And we are back. Welcome to Bout That Life Podcast. I'm your host, Coach C.Collins. Thank you for being here. If you're here on the audio side, appreciate you. If you're here on the YouTube side, maybe consider do the HBO special, help a brother out. Maybe hit that like, subscribe button. Really appreciate you. For those who've been listening and supporting, I can't thank you guys enough. I got two really good guests, two men that are very experienced in this basketball game, this AAU game, and all that it entails. So look forward to you guys hearing their stories, hearing their testimonials, hearing how the game works. We're going to have some good conversations. I definitely say if you're a parent, player, listen to this, clip this, make sure it's something you tune into because you're probably going to learn a lot. Go ahead, check out the intro. We'll see you when you get back.
Bout That Life Podcast. If you're not a subscriber, you need to be. You have to be. You're learning about the game. You're helping your young athlete on and off the court. Check it out. Bout That Life Podcast.
Phenix Fitness 24/7 basketball facility in Rocklin, California. It's Bout That Life Podcast with your host, Coach C.Collins and Coach MJ.
Get it started. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Hey, welcome to Bout That Life Podcast. I'm your host, Coach C.Collins. Thank you for tuning in on the audio side, whether you're hearing us on Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, iHeartRadio. I have no clue, but if you're listening to it, I appreciate you. As always, I keep trying to bring you guys good guests. I keep trying to bring you guys new insight and to give you just a roadmap on how this AAU world works. Today, I have two really cool guests that hopefully you guys will listen and absorb a lot of the information. And meanwhile, if you're here, do the HBO special, help a brother out, hit that like, hit that follow. It all helps in the algorithm. But before we do that, obviously got to give a shout out to my sponsors. My first sponsor, Dr. Dish, best shooting machine on the market. Why is it the best? Because they pay me. No, that's not the only reason, but because I have 3 machines. I use them. My teams use them. They do really well. If you are looking to get an affordable way to help your young hooper get better, right, I suggest definitely go for the home version. They have the Rebel, they have the All-Star, they have multiple versions. Go ahead and check them out. Tell them About That Life sent you to hook you up with a discount. Last but not least, if you are looking for rec leagues, AAU tournaments, if you're looking for a place to start out, please consider Hardwood Palace. We are here located in Rocklin, California. We have multiple levels. Our rec division is a really good starting point for a lot of kids out here. If you are trying to find highly competitive teams, semi-competitive teams, low-level teams, they usually have a spot for you. And, of course, check out my program, YBA, which is right next door. But with all that out the way, let me introduce my guest to you guys. So, again, we talk about this AAU journey a lot. We talk about and give nuances. And you guys know, as far as me doing this podcast for the last couple of years, it's always just trying to get you guys to hear people, hear their viewpoint, hear their worldview, and also make it make sense to you guys all around. So I want to introduce both my guests to you guys. Go ahead, check them out. Remember, their links and everything is always in the description. So feel free to follow them, see their journey, see their programs, see their websites, really learn and take some insight. I have Coach Sean Marshall. He's here from Stack Days, formerly was with Provision. And then I have the founder / coach / director, Coach DT from Team Determined, which is obviously a program I've been against for years and have seen you around for years. So, no, I'm really glad you guys make it. But without further ado, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, bro.
No problem. I know it's late night. I want to get right to it. I want to get your guys' insight. And But before we do all that, I kind of want my audience to kind of get a feel of who you guys are. So, either one of you jump in, don't care who starts, but please, feel free. You guys have the floor. Tell the audience who you are.
DC got it.
Sean, you go first.
It's on me?
It's on you, Sean.
Oh, okay.
That's on you.
I'm from Southern California, Inland Empire to be exact. Take pride in being from the IE. I went to college on the East Coast at Boston College for 4 years, and then after going undrafted, I went overseas, Turkey, my rookie year. Ended up playing 13 years professionally overseas, G League, both in Europe and Asia, and retired at 5 years ago, 36, and really wanted to give back to the game that I felt like really blessed me, and just wanted to teach kids, help them out more so off the court than on the court, because obviously I wish I had a roadmap that would have helped me get over certain things, but I felt like I had to learn the hard way through a lot of things, not having somebody knowledgeable kind of lead me down the right path. Yeah. So that was a big thing for me. Started training, and that led into AAU. Like you said, helped build Pro's vision into a pretty good program in Southern California, and then recently just split with Paris Blackwell and wanted to do our own thing. So we started Stack Days, and then that's how I meshed with DT, and then here we are. Yep. So that's in the short.
It's on you, DT. You don't have to give me the long version.
My short version is still a long version. Deshaun DT Thomas. I'm originally from Chicago. My story is a little bit opposite from Sean. Yeah. Actually, this is the first time I heard him say, like, he wished he had more guidance and to navigate in this space. But I was a kid that was really good young. But I faced a lot of adversity, and with that adversity, I wasn't fortunate enough to play at the high levels similar to what Sean accomplished. Yeah. So with me, the game of basketball saved me from going left, I would say. I experienced a lot of trauma, a lot of adverse situations, and because of the game and because of great mentors, I was able to be fortunate enough to have people to help me navigate through those things. Obviously, out of high school, I went to Farragut High School, the same high school as Kevin Garnett, Ronnie Fields. I played for the same coach.
Just funny thing enough, I went to college in Chicago.
That's crazy.
I did. I stayed in Humboldt Park, and I went to school at Deerfield and Trinity.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
So
I didn't
small
know that.
world. Yeah. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I'm from the Holy City. I mean, if you know Chicago, that's probably one of the most dangerous places to live.
Yeah, no, I learned a lot. And I'm from Oakland. And I had to,
for sure.
Going all the way from Oakland to Chicago, I was like,
well, you were at home, bro.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah. So for me, man, like I was really good early. I had a lot of positive role models. I played for some high-profile coaches, and I ended up going to K-State my freshman year and then moving to California my sophomore year. And I knew probably my second or third year of college, in my second or third year in college, like, I had a different calling. Mm-hmm. And I immediately started chasing that. And so started my program. I just wanted to give back, man. I saw my shortcomings. I saw the mistakes I made, and I saw how basketball is really a globe. And so I felt like with the game, it was missing, like, teaching kids the game of life. Yeah. And so that's how I started my program. So short version is I just wanted to give back. I mean, I fell short, but I felt like I had a lot of knowledge and experience that can help kids, reach their goals, because everybody talk about the good stuff. They don't talk about the in-between. And so I take pride in that pace, in that space.
That's real talk. Love that. Well, the first question I'm going to break down to you guys, and this is always a question I ask everybody who comes on the show, especially with our type of backgrounds. AAU basketball in 2025. right? Can you guys list a few of the pros and I don't know if I want to call it cons, but some of the things that could be better about it.
I'll throw one out there that's a pro. The exposure.
Yep.
I think with the social media wave, how many cameras these kids have on them, all the eyes they have on them. I mean, I can't think of a time that they could receive any more exposure than what they're getting right now,
right?
Which is always good. Yeah. It's a good thing for them to capitalize not only on the court but off the court with all the money they can make potentially with brand deals and growing their social media and all that side of things. So that's definitely a benefit. Con, everybody chasing that. in all
That's
honesty,
very true.
You know
That's
what I
very
mean?
true.
So I think having a strong circle is probably more important than ever.
Yeah.
Because if you just chasing that and you think that that's I always went by one saying, like, you got to keep the main thing the main thing. Yeah. I think a lot of kids and families, parents in this generation get caught up too much on that and they don't focus on the work. And they don't understand that none of that other stuff exists if you're not actually good at the game of basketball.
Right.
So those are the two obvious ones for me.
Okay. What you got, dude?
I think con. I'm gonna go con first. I think the biggest con for me now, I think, but this isn't like saying that I'm experiencing this, but I think generally, just the instant gratification, and then I think the parents, because I think and I think Sean can attest to this, like, back when we played, like, we rarely seen parents.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean? And so now, like, parents are the managers. They're the.
When we were talking about it before the show, I was listening. I mean, it's 100% what it was for me.
Yeah, so it's like it's a job now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where for us, it was like that was our escape.
Yeah. The white van.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I
real.
mean?
White van.
For real. And coach is just like,
And
come
sometimes,
outside.
in my case, it wasn't the white van, man. We walked. You know what I'm saying? So like that space, I think, just the instant gratification, the parents like making it a job early. Where for us, it was like pure love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The positive, I mean, Sean already touched on just, the exposure. I think the positive also is just like it's coming early now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you don't have to wait.
Yes.
So I think we could look at that and say that's a negative, but I think it's a positive. Like for me growing up, like, we only talked about making money from it once we got to the league.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No.
But to know that you could be a pretty good 14 or 15-year-old kid and you can actually make money from it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think the way you handle it could be bad.
Agreed.
But I love that because Sean and I was just talking about this. Like, when you think of it now, it's like some of your better kids or some of these kids that are getting this money early, like, or when they get drafted.
Yeah.
It used to be real tears. Like,
Right.
man, my mom don't ever have to work again.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
I get to buy her a house or a car. And it's like, well, mommy already got that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's dope to see, your hard work and your efforts, you can actually capitalize off of it at an early age. I think it's dope.
No, I agree with you. I mean, and like I said, there's no right or wrong answer to this. It's really just kind of perspective, right? Sure. You know what I mean? I agree. Inherently, it's not wrong. It just can be. It depends on who your circle is and how they manage it, right? That's what I think is always the biggest thing. Well, with this weekend, coming up, you guys being here for Made Hoops, obviously, that's why I appreciate you guys taking a little bit of time to be here with that. I want you guys to speak on what are the benefits, because again, I try to play devil's advocate. This show is really to inform people that just don't know, right? Because there are just a lot of people out there that just 100% don't know. Mm. What would you guys say are the benefits of doing events like this, of getting, a group of high level kids, very talented, high potential, playing against other high level, high potential kids? Because of course you hear the criticisms all the time, and that's actually a segment in the show I was gonna go over with you guys. But the AAU criticism, right? and obviously when we're speaking AAU, it's more of a slang term because this isn't like AAU sanctioned, but it's, you know, why spend all that money on travel? You should just stay local and develop. I mean, you have all these adverse opinions, right? You have this trainers versus the coaches versus the high school coaches versus it's so adversarial. So I try to, in this show, just give a simple roadmap, as simple as I can, to make it digestible for parents that don't know. So your guys' perspective, what's the benefit of doing a Made Hoops? What's the benefit of doing these high-level events?
I think, and I can speak for both of us, I think for the both of us is like the amount of talent that we have. It's hard to try to put your kids in like adverse situations or check the temperature of how good they really are if you're not playing against some of the best kids. Mm-hmm. So I think it's so, like, the AAU term is so, it's spread thin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like 400 teams.
Yeah. I call it at that point, I call it competitive rec.
It's like 400 teams in SoCal.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And out of those 400 teams, maybe 6 to 8 can really compete at a high level.
Right. Yeah.
So I know, like, for us, I want to, and I go back to my intro, like, I want to put my kids in adverse situations. Like, right. I want to go to a tournament where we could potentially go 0-4.
Yeah.
Beating the team by 50 and 60 is like, that does nothing for neither side. Nothing. You know what I mean? So I think Made Hoops has done a great job putting together a platform for those programs who really develop, but also some of these high-profile players want to play for people like Sean or I, you know, because of how we prepare and our history and our pedigree. So it's like going to a regular event on a weekend, it doesn't do much.
Yeah, doesn't hit
you might get one good game.
You might get one good game.
We talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just like if you playing local tournaments in Southern California, depending on the list of teams, you might win every game by
for sure.
Our team's 60, 70, 80 points.
Right,
you know what I mean? So it's really that's not basketball.
Yeah.
It's not basketball.
Yeah.
It's kids that are playing basketball that, I hate to say this, but probably won't be on the varsity team. You know what I mean? So what it does is it creates a misconception for our kids that are trying to reach a goal of playing high-level basketball to, hey, everything's a layup. Everything ain't a layup. Right. You know what I mean? So when you come playing, you know, just a Made Hoop circuit, you know that you're going to, like last session we played against the U or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the game, we scored both, it was 45 the score was 45 to 41 or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Again,
so
like you're battling for every point and you strategizing
every single
and adjusting
possession, it matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like every single adjustment that a coach makes, it matters.
Yeah.
Every single missed rebound, it matters.
Yep.
That's what real basketball is. You know what I mean? So you only find that when you go put your kids in a high level situation, but everybody don't belong here. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest thing when parents say, "Oh, why we paying all this money? Why we traveling? Why we getting hotels and flights and all this stuff?" Yeah, if it makes sense for your kid, if he's actually good enough to compete, and if you're playing in a high enough, because at the end of the day, every circuit, every tournament has levels to it, right?
Of course.
So if you traveling to go play at the 3rd division, you could go probably do that back home and play in the top division. You know what I mean? So you don't really have to do that, but if it makes sense for you individually, for your family, for your kid, for your team, then you should do it.
I try to always change verbiage with parents, so I tell them investment.
Yeah.
I say you're investing. Yeah. You know what I mean? I get it. You're spending money. Okay, like we got to fly to Arizona, right? We got to, like we talked about for the Adidas deal and all, like, but it's an investment. You know what I mean? And I always try to tell the parents, I say, you're going to spend that shit anyway. You're going to buy a PS5 or some at least invest in something that might give you some return, you know what I mean, on your investment. So no, and that was, you know, I'm again playing the criticism guy. You know, what do you guys have to say to the people that are like, you know, why are we spending all this money, or why does it cost so much, and blah blah blah. I mean, I deal with it all the time too, but do you guys have anything you want to speak on that one?
I say to each his own. You know what I mean? Like if you have the means to invest in your kid, I think you do that. You know what I mean? I think the problem with the people that will criticize it I mean, I'll be honest, they probably wish they can do it.
True.
At the end of
I
the day,
agree with that.
there's a reason why they're
Or they
not
wish their
doing
kid
it.
was good enough.
Yeah, like it's a reason why they're not doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know for us, like I tell all of our parents, if you can afford it, invest it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what you don't want is for you to think you're preparing your kid and they go to high school or they go
find
to
out really
college
fast,
and they
yeah.
find out real quick.
Like, oh shit.
Like, yeah, I'm not just getting paint touches every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like Sean said, it's just real basketball.
Yeah.
So, but then there's a false sense of hope. There's people that go get the best kids and don't develop them also. So, I mean, again, I think everyone is subject to their own opinion. I know why we do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell all of our kids, like, yeah, the goal is to win it, but the goal is for us to get better, though.
Right.
Throughout time. Like, at the end of the day, you can, and no knock, like, you can win May hoops.
Yeah.
People will remember that until Tuesday.
Yeah. Well,
You
he
know what I'm
did.
saying?
he did win May.
After Tuesday, like,
But then junior YBL came.
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
It's always going to be a next one.
Yeah, and then after that, it's like in June you got Section 7, so now your kid's getting ready for varsity basketball.
Yeah.
And I tell people this all the time. Like, I talk to, like, I don't think Braden will remember his 7th and 8th grade games, but I think what he will remember is like him being held accountable.
Yeah.
Like, we talk about this all the
feeling
time.
of it.
The feeling, like
of it. He'll remember the feeling of
him
it.
being yelled at for taking his play off. Like,
Yeah.
I think, again, I can speak for Sean and I because we talk about this stuff. I think that's the real glory behind it. It's not so much of the circuits.
Yeah.
It's like us going to war with our kids and challenging them and then seeing that end product of like them playing high school or them signing. Like, that's the big win for me.
Yep. Love that. Anything for you, Sean, on that one? Or
It's the same. I mean, we talk about investments, and there's no end reward in this if you don't invest something.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that's the biggest thing parents need to understand. I remember when I was like in maybe 6th grade, my dad used to pick me up from elementary school, and we would hop right on the freeway, and we would drive to South Central, and I played in this little rec league, like, for no reason, just for no reason in South Central. But there was a reason behind it. I just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
But I didn't. At that time, we weren't investing a big amount of money, but we were investing time, energy. Like, my dad would get off work, come pick me up, drive in that traffic. In LA, traffic is crazy. Drive straight to the hood where I would low key be scared, and then go and play a rec with a rec team. You know what I mean? But when I came up out of that rec team, then I understood what was going on. You can't simulate those parents that's screaming at little kids, and like, you can't simulate that physicality of playing in South Central with them kids is growing up differently. You know what I mean? So, like, you're going to invest something in this game if you really want to make it far. And if you don't want to do that as a parent, your kid ain't going to make it far. And whether that's money, time, or energy, you're going to invest something. Just simple as that.
What do you guys have to say? And now I want you guys to kind of put your director hats on, right? What are some nuances or some things that people might not understand when trying to run, your club, your teams, the way in which you want to, you know what I mean? Because I talk a lot about this on my show, being what I do as a director here. This this isn't a democracy. You know what I mean? You have to make the buck stops with you, right? You got to make some decisions about a lot of things. You got to make moves, a lot of things. We always try to do the best educated guesses we can. We research, we listen to our peers, but ultimately we have to make a lot of decisions for the sake of not only our club, but for the people within it, right? Because like you said, that's what we do it for. We do this for the kids and the people. Is there anything you guys have learned, or, I know you've done this a while, but it's like, are there any things you guys, or any tips out there, or just anything you guys want to speak on that aspect of it, of being a director?
DT got to talk on that one. That's OG right there. He been in the game forever.
I think my biggest thing is, like, someone like me, I'm operating off pure passion.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest compliment I've ever received was that I didn't treat it like a business. And now that was a learning experience for me, because at that moment I started treating it like a business. I think the toughest part of being a director is you got most people who think like you're making a lot of money doing it.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
and it's like,
absolutely what it is.
bro, if I like open up my bank statements, I give way more.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I give a lot of my time to a lot of families where 50% of them are not going to stick around anyway.
Right.
Because they're going to find something better.
Yep.
So I think the hardest part is like someone like me who I'm willing to spend give my last drop of energy, give my last bit of time, like spend my last dollar.
Yeah.
Where they're thinking like we're making a lot of money. And it's like, if it was really about money, I know, again, I can speak for both, we wouldn't do it if it was strictly about money.
Straight up.
It's literally like we owe this to the game. I think there's a real passion in watching kids that couldn't walk and chew bubble gum and now they're pretty good players. Or the kids that were pretty good players and you tapped into another space that no one else could have tapped into. I think that's the real reward. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like me now, Sean saying the OG, but like I just started having like my graduating, like my college guys going to college.
Yeah.
I've been doing it a long time, but I've just started.
But now you're
like,
seeing like the final,
the real fruits of labor of like kids going to Power Fives and stuff like that. And so, though I am an OG, but I'm still that feeling new. You know what I mean? Like that space.
That's fun.
I think that the money side of it, like people were really thinking like there's a lot of money in it, but I think people like us, like, nah, man, we've had successes, we've had failures, and we're just passionate of showing that.
I think people just got to remember there's a price point for everything. Like,
100%.
Y'all walked in my facility, like this doesn't stay open with fucking hopes and dreams. You know what I mean? Like I have to figure out the dollars and cents of it. You know what I mean? But again, to me, that should be kind of understood in anything. You know what I mean? Like, and no matter what business you go into, there's a price point that has to be met. And then once we get past that, then we can do the fellowship, the leadership, the helpful, the helping part, right? You know what I mean?
But it's just like, to your point, like you play at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
But you doing a podcast, and we said like, hey, I mean, we all are tired, but we might be in here at 12 or 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
But again, I'm someone who really appreciates that because I understand the value of time.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
It's like,
but again, I think it all comes down to what DT said: passion and love. Like you can't do this if you are not passionate about this. You cannot. It just, and I feel like if you lead with that love and passion, then good things happen. That's what I really feel. You know what I mean? And like DT also mentioned, for me, like I just got into the AAU game, but I've been training.
Yeah, I know you've been training a long time.
For some time. So like I got a girl who I'm taking a visit with to Stanford next month. It's her first official visit ever that she's ever had. You know what I mean? And like, when she was 10 years old, I could not tell you that we was going to be taking any visits. She was trash. Now, I'm gonna say that you was trash. You know what I'm talking about. But like just that little small thing, like when her dad called me this past weekend, it was like, yeah, we all going to go to Stanford. I was like, damn, like we going to Stanford. You know what I mean? So like just small things like that make it all worth it. Like the money, I done made money. I done lost money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like I'm going to put my heart and soul into this. I hope all the parents and kids can feel my heart and soul in this. And then from there, we'll grow the business side. But we also got to make sure that we keep everything open.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's a big part of why I do this show too, because I like to humanize my guests. You know, I think they see us from the lens of our social medias, our marketing, and we have to do that. I mean, it's shit. This is the day and age of free marketing. Like man, we have supercomputers in our pockets that can get us world notoriety. You know what I mean? So they like, I think some people don't understand that that's just one piece of who we are. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot more to us, and the deep core of it all, which I think is the tying thing with all of us, is we just love the game. Yeah. We fucking love the game. It's pretty simple.
And I think I'll say this, and maybe I don't know how people gonna feel about this, but I'll tell you this though. By you saying that, I think like humanizing us.
Yeah.
I think if any of my people are watching this, I think they're gonna look at me and be like, "Damn, like he talking a little bit more than we used to." But for me, I think I've closed off.
Sean.
But I think I've closed off a little bit, though, because
you feel like
when you go through this,
Yeah.
and you put your heart and soul into certain things, and then people stab you in the back or screw you over when you didn't do any of that to them.
No.
You know what I mean? You went into this pure. I think the biggest thing for all of us is honesty.
Yeah.
If you could be honest with me, then I could deal with anything. But when you try to be shady, when nobody was being shady on the opposite side of things, I think that's what makes you closed off as a director or AAU coach or somebody in the AAU space. And you learn to put this shell up, and then you don't want to break it down. You know what I mean? It's hard to let people in. I think not enough people talk about that.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
agree.
I mean?
No,
And to that, it's crazy. So Sean and I, like, first conversation, like, we had to break the ice. It was like, yo.
Yeah, because
like,
I was going to ask you guys. That was the kind of
No, we
perfect. My
didn't
next
know- we
question.
didn't know
I was
each other like that.
no, I was going to
No,
say
like-
how that partnership happened.
Well, I'll
so
be
you
honest,
already
It took months, though.
Yeah, like I've watched, like, and you made a great point. Like, let's humanize this. I'm a fan of basketball, like, but I love genuine people.
Yeah,
Man.
So when I got in this, I just saw so much fake,
yeah, you will.
funny, like, I can't be a part of that, honestly.
Yeah,
But the thing about me is, like, I've never said 2 words to Sean.
yeah,
I've been in California since 2008, but I know a lot about him.
right.
I study everything.
That's
know what I'm
good.
saying?
No, that's smart.
So, like, I've been at Damien Classic, Roosevelt High School. I've been at Etowanda, and I've seen them. But we've never, like, what's up, bro, DT, Sean, nice to meet you. I've never done that. We, like, met at Braden's signing. Like, he signed to Arizona. That was the first time I ever spoke to him.
That's cool, man.
And that's real. Like, this is a real story. And probably maybe 2 to 3 months later, he's like, yo, he wrote me like, hey, I love what you're doing. We just need to connect.
Right.
I got something I want to run by you. And, like, my first thing I said to him was like, hey, bro, before I'll respect everything you've done. I don't
good,
know, like, what happened and why you in this space now.
Yeah,
But, like, just know that I respect everything you've done. I've been watching. I'm a fan. And then it was like, yo, it's crazy because everybody been saying the same thing about you.
yeah.
Like, we need to work together. But we have to break the ice to say that there's no problem with us.
Right, right. No, and that's good. But that's
But
true.
you got to do that
You
in the
have
AAU
to.
space because it's so many. Like I tell DT all the time, like, it's no hater in me.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
none.
Yeah.
Like when I watch DT and I see him around, I'll be like, look at this little clean cut. You know what I mean? But I never hated on him like, oh, DT, he got Nike, or I never had any of
right.
that in me. You know what I mean? I knew who he was because we got a lot of mutual people.
sure.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
When
And,
I played against his team for
And I
years.
told him
When
that.
I
Yeah.
played
When he
against
said me, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, we went through.
Yeah, I'm literally like, bruh, like every time I was like, fuck. Like I knew they were on the schedule, and that's how I met you.
Yeah.
But again, I had such a good game against you, and I respected the way you coached, the adjustments you were making. I had to tell you, I had to, hey, look, man.
And I felt the same. Real
Like,
recognized.
I don't run into
That's
a bunch of
all we
great
can say.
coaches. You
know what I'm
push
saying?
my team to the limit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so, no, 100%, bro.
I think in this space, you see like we basketball people, and I think you could feel that because that's a comfortable feeling for all of us.
Right.
And then when you start running into non-basketball people, you feel that too.
Yes,
You know what I
100%.
mean? So they could be successful in this space and be a non-basketball person.
Yes.
You know
But
what
I
mean?
think I'm gonna be honest, and like you, like I think, I mean, this might rub people the wrong way. I think like when you think of like the old heads, their generation, like they were like the first to do this, or I think our generation we were taught like not to hate.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Like,
agree
we
with
just,
that.
like-
yeah.
Like, bro, I genuinely want to see him win.
Yeah.
I genuinely want to see you win.
And,
like,
and it's not on no
yeah, like
fake bullshit. Like, I'm just saying it to say it. Like,
yeah,
no,
but that's
actually-
what me and Sean had to say. Like, yo, there's no issue with us. We just never had a chance to go, hey,
Yeah,
DT, bro, nice to meet. Like,
of course, because we're all in our own lanes.
yeah.
To
so like,
to agree.
we
We're
have
all
to
working.
spend 10 minutes on like, giving each
get
other
past
flowers.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm
look,
saying?
we are
But
good.
then once we talked, I think
was
it was like we talked for like an hour straight.
Yeah.
Instantly.
And then we was like, oh, we mesh.
For sure.
I understand DT.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people look
Yeah.
at DT and be like, he's arrogant. He's an
Yeah.
asshole. I don't feel like
I've
that.
never looked at him that way.
But
I
I'm
just
saying,
look at him
I've heard it.
but a lot of people
I heard
do.
it.
But I'm saying a lot of people do though. But I never
Yeah.
like after talking to him, I never got that. I just understand them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some people say that shit about me too.
That was, I was gonna say,
You know
like,
what I mean?
I've heard
So-
it, and then I get to
Y'all,
say,
I get the same shit out here, you know, in
Yeah.
my neck of the woods.
see, I just think that's people that just not willing to have that conversation.
I mean, I think they confuse our. Like, I'm gonna walk in the gym and be confident in what I taught my boys.
You
Like,
have
I'm
to.
confident. Why would I?
Well,
You know
not
what I
just-
mean?
Not
Like-
just what you taught. I'm
Yeah.
just confident who
Yeah,
I am.
like, exactly. Like, I'm not.
You
I've
know
worked
what I'm
hard
saying?
for this. I'm not going to
Yeah,
feel
like-
apologetic because I worked my ass off. You know what I mean? But like you guys
Or it's
said,
like, what did you have to do to get there?
yeah.
So like that's something that I have to explain to Sean too. Is like, hey, bro, to be honest, I wish I had someone like he'll ask me a question. I'm like giving him the game.
Yeah.
I want him better.
Right.
I wish I had somebody to do that for me.
You're not
Now,
you're not gatekeeping it.
No,
they would say. Yeah.
but people would think they would think that
Yeah.
for sure.
I
Like
feel that.
I literally have people like, yo, like, how's that going with you and Sean? Amazing. Like he coaching, he doing what he doing.
But I mean, people need to see more of that. Collaboration's a good thing. It's not a
And
bad
I was
thing.
100% against it.
Yeah. It's not. It's not. If
100%
again, if it's the right
against it.
people, I will say that. Of
It
course,
has
there's
to
always
be the right people.
It's always you never know truly someone's motives, but I often find more times than not, if you're willing to have conversations, even tough conversations, you usually can get a positive outcome.
But that was something I respected about him. Like what we talked about in the beginning, like because I know you were going to ask this, is like we talked about using each other
Yeah.
to benefit from each other.
Yes,
That's what this
there's
is.
nothing wrong with that.
And we like, I want to say I said that, and he was like, "I'm glad you said that
Yeah.
because like, this is what I got. You have the platform," and I was like, "Well, you have the players.
Yeah,
We're gonna use each other. All I ask is this," and then he said, "Well, all I want is that."
and you both elevate laterally.
Done.
You both elevate. That's
Yeah.
exact. I get it.
I mean, that's what a partnership is.
Yeah.
So
No, that's good. Well, I think in the basketball community, we need to see more of that. And that leads to my last question before we move on to the next segment is, you know, oftentimes what the analogy or that I hear a lot is the basketball community is doing very well. It's thriving, but the culture is suffering. You know what I mean? The community, basketball is a worldwide sport at this point, right? Second most popular sport to soccer in the world right now. Obviously in Latin countries, it's still debated with baseball, but still, basketball's there. And it just keeps getting better and better, bigger and bigger. The community is doing great, right? And we see it. We see it, the reflection of it in the NBA. You have, I think it was 25 to 28% now are import players. You obviously have a lot of legacy NBA player or legacy kids. That's what the kids of former NBA players making it to the NBA. Like you're seeing a lot of these things in real time. What is your guys' take on the culture of basketball in general as a whole today?
Terrible.
Okay, elaborate.
I mean, when we look at like AAU or trainers, it's just I'm gonna be honest, it's just a lot of unqualified people that are in this space.
Okay.
And what I learned is a lot of it, like there's parents that are willing to sacrifice their time, money, and energy to Sean's point, but there's a lot of people that's like going for fool's gold too, though.
yeah.
We're like, no, not get it how you want to get it, but it's real levels to this too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, again, there's people like Sean who's played at a high level.
Yeah.
That don't mean you're a great coach or a great trainer.
Yeah.
And then there's people like me where like I've been fortunate enough to have great coaches and mentors. Yeah, I didn't play Division I or I didn't play in the NBA, but that doesn't mean I'm not a damn good trainer. Or, you know what I mean?
No,
So
100%.
I think the perception is like really killing the real authentic version of like true development, the journey, trusting the process. So that's why I say it's terrible. But there's a lot of good and there's a lot of great. There's still a lot of people that's doing their thing. But I think it's so many options now, and parents got a soft place to land, and they're not allowing kids to go through adversity. Because when you really, if you really do your research, some of the most wealthiest, successful people, if you really listen to their stories, it started off with adversity.
Yeah. No doubt.
Right? And it was, and now it's like parents don't want their kids going through that.
Yeah.
Try to say.
Agreed.
Like, it's a soft place to land. So that's what makes it terrible. But on the flip side, it's life changing early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think our space, I think that it's not enough genuine people that's really in it for the right reasons. Honestly, I think if you could talk to people and you can get good players, they mistake that as like, oh, he's a gatekeeper, or he's a great coach, or he's a great trainer.
Yeah.
That's not the case.
Yeah. No doubt about that. I agree.
It's a lot of
What'd you
nonsense, man.
Yeah.
I that's all I can say. It's when I look at my social media every day, I see a new trainer, a new AAU program popping up every single day. So what it's creating is if you can go and gain a great following, you could be a dude that never touched the ball, who never has been mentored by somebody that was at a high level. And you could go and get a viral video and then
create a whole persona.
Put NBA skills training in your body and then charge parents $200 a session to get taught by somebody that knows nothing about basketball. And it's sick, though. It really is sick. Like, for a long time, like, I just had social media and I used it to connect with my friends and stuff. And then I started posting basketball content. And then, like, I saw how things started to grow. I woke up one morning and then I had 35,000 followers. I'm like, what the hell? Then I look like, oh shit, this video got 1 million views. So they start coming in. So I see how easy it is. You know what I mean? Like, I know the benefits of growing your social media and what comes with it. But I always looked at it like this. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to nobody that played basketball or that played at a high level. I always looked at it like, if you got 2 firefighters, right? And you got one firefighter who's top of his class and he's read all the books. He knows everything there is to know about firefighting. And then you got another one over here who's the same exact firefighter with qualifications, and he's fought in fires, and this one ain't never fought no fires. Why would you, in my opinion, I wouldn't send my son to go learn how to be a firefighter from nobody didn't fight no fires. Yeah. That's just how I look at it. Right. Now, if this firefighter could teach how to be a good firefighter, he might just be a good firefighter and not know how to teach it. Yeah. So, like, again, I look at a whole bunch of former players that, you know, I play with overseas or that play college basketball or that most NBA guys ain't doing it, but they can do it and they could charge a whole bunch of money and they don't have no passion behind it. Yeah. They don't know how to teach it. You know what I mean? So if you could find somebody that understands the game at a high level and it can teach you and it's going to push you and hold you accountable, why run from that? You know what I mean? But I see a lot of people running from a lot of people that could help them. You know what I mean? And it's the same as the AAU side. You got, if you get into an argument with a teammate or a coach tell you that you're not running back on defense hard enough, all right, I'm going to just go over here with this team that's going to. Because
they're telling me what I want to do.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's crazy. I literally am in the gym every weekend, and I see a kid have on a uniform. Yeah. Take that uniform off after the game and go put another uniform on. Yep. So what's happening is you're getting a whole bunch of different voices in your ear, and you can't even focus on one thing. Yeah. So how could you grow and get to a point where you're getting pretty good at one thing? Yeah. If one game you're being taught this, the next game you being taught this, it's too many voices. Yeah. Then you got your parents from the sideline with another voice. So kids are getting thrown a whole bunch of information all at once, and they can't focus on one thing.
Yeah.
So like the kids that bounce from team to team, it's crazy because I look at them and I pay attention to every kid. I'm like DT. I'm very observant. I watch kids that I've never played in my program that I just been looking at for the past 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And I'll watch them bounce from team to team to team, and I'll see them not get better at all.
Yeah.
They have not got better.
Yeah.
And then I'll watch a video come and pop up on my timeline of how top 8th grade point guard or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking they gonna be fucked when they get when they get to high school next year. They're gonna get screwed.
It's gonna expose you.
Like there's a point in basketball where you really have to be good.
Yes.
All the hype and you could create these pay people.
It's not going to save you anymore.
You could pay people $30.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Right. And make yourself
to
look
make
great.
an article on you and to put a write-up out there. When you get to high school, you can't do that on JV.
Nah.
Nobody's writing. Nobody's giving you offers, fake offers. You can't do it.
Yeah.
So it becomes a point in life and in basketball where you really have to know what you're doing. If you don't, there's no success there. But we literally, but because you can make a little bit of money off of this, which is DT said, it's not a lot of money, but people can make a little bit of bread off it. They'll tell you lies and lies and lies. And then when you go off to high school, then you screwed.
Right.
You wasted time.
But I would never be one of those guys.
Yeah.
Me either.
Like I can't. I'm gonna be honest. I'm in a position now where if I really want to capitalize,
You could.
I 100% can, but I can't.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the minute I do that, like I lose my soul.
Well, and also, that's what I was saying. You want to be able to look in the mirror at night. You know what I mean? Like if you if you have a conscience, a soul, like you said.
I almost don't get like. I almost feel like I shortchanged some of our kids.
Yeah.
To be honest, because if I go out and say, well, and now Sean and I feel like we got the best 8th grade and 7th grade point guard on the West Coast and in the country.
Okay.
But you know what's sad? We don't tell our kids that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
You would never know, bro.
Yeah,
They've never heard us say this, but like Sean and I, we were just talking. Like I think, so he coached 8th grade, I coached 7th grade.
Yeah.
We got the best 2 guards in the country.
Nice.
So we're saying that on here, but like, if they were sitting here,
I'll upload the episode after the season.
they'll be like,
They wouldn't even know.
they'll be like, he really feel that way?
But that's you know why though?
Right.
You know why though? You got to understand one thing. He played point guard.
Yeah.
I didn't play the point.
Right.
I played with a whole bunch of really good point guards.
Yeah.
Who was the coach the hardest on?
The point guard.
That's the way
sure.
life is.
Always.
Ain't nobody kissing the point
Sure.
guard's ass.
For sure.
His responsibility is to be the coach on the floor.
Yeah.
Sure.
In order to be the coach on the floor, you got to teach him how to be
I'm
the
hard
coach on
as
the
fuck
floor.
on my point guards. I ain't gonna lie.
That's the way it
Hard as
is.
fuck on
That's the way it is. You're not going to be hard on the centers. They
Yeah.
just
Right.
the point guard got to think for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we only know that. There's a coach out there who snuck in and became a part of the culture.
Yeah.
That he don't know that. He doesn't know that. You know what I mean?
Very
So
true.
the small things like that may seem like a tough thing for a family or a kid to go through,
Yeah.
but they don't understand that the
It's
values
necessary.
that we're teaching them
For
right
sure.
now
For sure.
are going to make them
It's
better later
preparing
on in
them.
life. Exactly.
And that's the part where, like, for me, like, the biggest compliment is, like, I mean, I've been in the IE now since 2008. I've had our program since 2015. The best compliment is, hey, when we get a determined kid or when we get your kid, because that's another thing. I'm going to talk my stuff because it's about to be 2026. I've been humble a long time. I've touched today's top college athletes that are from the IE.
Yeah.
Like I know like Sean, like we got an OG Keith Howard. Like when I first got here, everybody Keith Howard. That was a name.
Okay.
Like you came from Keith or you came from Kool-Aid or there's these older guys that touched a lot of guys.
Yeah.
For me, I've touched a lot of kids that never played in our program.
Yeah. That's good.
But I kind of feel some type of way of saying like, oh, I help. I've done it. I just don't do it.
Right.
That kid, no. Because the one thing I was always taught, a person will never forget how you made them feel.
Yep. Yeah. Very true.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't I literally just had I won't even put them out here like that, but they're really big in the basketball space. Mm-hmm. And they were like, D, you got to start talking. You got to start like talking your stuff, bro, because you've actually touched a lot of the top kids.
You should.
And I went, but why do I need to do that when that top kid know?
Very true.
What I've done.
It's the relationship.
Like I'm not doing this for that.
Right.
But to Sean's point, if I wanted to, I can actually get 25 more kids by saying I coach this person, that person.
Right.
I help this person. And it's like, but that's not why I want you with me though. Because I'm also going to curse your kid out. I'm also going to kick him out of practice because he's taking the play off.
I'm glad
we're not going to talk about that though.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Oh yeah, I'm bad. But I've calmed down a lot.
Right.
I've calmed down a lot.
Nah, the key word I always say to parents is discernment.
Yeah.
Discernment. The athletes and parents, you have to use discernment the same way you are selective about what high school you want your kid to go to, selective about what they eat, selective about, who they hang out with, things like that. You have to use some of that when you pick a coach, a trainer, a program, things like that. And I appreciate your guys' words on that, because I say a lot on this show, but it's nice to hear from guys from the other side of California kind of echoing the same exact shit I am. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's something we're all seeing.
For sure.
Right? So, I appreciate that. I'm going to move on into respectfully disrespectful. So, with that being said, this is where the part of the show where we're going to talk some controversial topics, some topics that might rub people the wrong way. Honestly, I don't care. That's a part of this show. We want to be about that life and give you guys the reality and the truth. So if you feel some type of way, hit dogs holler, right? So first thing I want to just talk about straight off the bat is we now have pro athletes going back to college. That's that's becoming a thing. The transfer portal was a start. We have Kyrie Walker. We have some notable names. Kyrie hasn't picked a school yet, but the one young man that was drafted by the Knicks in 2023 now committed to Baylor and is getting all 4 years. Gets to retain all 4 years. Right. My personal opinion, this has gone too far. It's tough to. I have no knock on what these young men are doing. Let me make that disclaimer clear. I'm just like, I'm the same camp as kind of Matt Barnes said it on his podcast. Like, this part of the game's fucked up because it is just starting to take opportunities from kids, and obviously when I'm referring to kids, I'm saying the guys that are fresh out of high school. Yeah. Because technically nobody's kids in all this, but we understand what we're talking about. But I don't like I don't like where this is going. Let me just put it like that. I don't like where it's going, but it's like we talked about, for the show. I think they're going to rein this in some way, some shape or form. But I mean, the college landscape's ever evolving. You got NIL. You got the schools were able to hold up to $24.7 million or something like that now. I mean, you have millions of dollars sitting at some of these big universities, and I'm very curious to see where this ends up. But just curious of your guys' thoughts on this.
So my question is this: could like Bron go back to school?
That would be
or like Luka, or like Wemby.
I think it's a gray area.
It's a great.
They never played in
they never played university, but it's
correct.
And they never started their clock by going to university. Correct. Right, because that's what starts your clock. But I think
or Wembanyama didn't either. Though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But they played in the NBA.
So when you play in the NBA, you can't go back to college.
No, because you signed an NBA contract.
Like, so that kid, he's never played in an NBA game.
Okay,
no,
he signed
just
an
played
NBA,
in the G League,
and from what I'm hearing, he never signed an NBA contract.
So how you a first round pick and you never signed an NBA contract?
He was a second round pick.
31st
pick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, okay, it was 31st pick. So
but he
how
still
do you
never
not sign an NBA contract though?
Because
it's not guaranteed.
This is because I actually researched this rules for this. Said the NCAA has become more flexible regarding what counts as professionalism after the G League Ignite program was shuttered. Draft status, being drafted by an NBA team like James Nnaji, right? Yeah. His name does not automatically end eligibility. Only signing a standard NBA contract or a two-way contract typically disqualifies a player.
Okay, I got you.
Yep.
But it's okay. So this is where I don't understand this. Is like, I played in the G League. You sign a contract to play in the G League. You're getting paid to play in the G League, even though it's peanuts. But it's still a professional basketball player.
I agree.
It just is what it is.
But you got, all right, I'm going to play devil's advocate on this. And I can't believe I'm saying this. Okay. But you have seniors, juniors, sophomores that are signing NIL deals. You got 8th graders that are getting NIL deals. So now what's the difference? They're getting paid.
Because we had a kid from SAC. Well, he left and went to prep school and prolific prep and all. But Coleman Hawkins, I don't know if you've heard of him, but
I did. You talking about the kid from Illinois, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did Coleman Hawkins pre-draft.
Okay, so
yeah, I was in Orlando. With
that's
him.
what I'm saying. Like, and he went back to school and made a big NIL.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, and I think he made. It was estimated he made like $3 million or $4 million or some crazy thing.
He went to Kansas State, right?
Yeah,
that's where he went back.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's that man's bag. But I'm just saying that's crazy.
He made a big bag.
Yes, that's crazy.
But this kid from Baylor, when we look at like, all right, from 2023, how much did he really make?
I don't know. I mean, nothing. I mean, the G League, like you said,
bro, he was drafted.
This is crazy. That's just the crazy part because crazy. You would never think a draft pick.
Kyrie Walker is insane. I'm sorry,
and he's 20. But he's 25.
He's 25 years old.
And again, no knock on Kyrie, but this system is fucking.
No,
big,
it's a come up for Kyrie.
Yeah,
like, I'm not
100%. Yeah,
it's like
a come up for him.
You got to go get your pay.
But how is it a come up for him?
But I don't understand.
He's gonna get brand deals. You know he's about to get brand deals,
and he's gonna go play there for 4 years. He ain't going nowhere after that.
I get it, but then let's go COVID. The kids that played during COVID.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Bro, you got to be kidding me, DT.
I'm just playing. I said, so this is not my personal opinion.
This is my thing. I'm going to be honest with you. It's creating an advantage for the colleges, 100%. This is beneficial to the colleges, right? It's beneficial to Kyrie. Don't get me wrong. He's about to benefit from this.
Is this about Kyrie or is this about anybody?
Anybody. Just anybody. Yeah. Okay.
I just want to be
just
clear.
Anybody who's 25 years old who's been playing professional basketball for
overseas and then going back.
He went overseas too.
He played overseas.
He went overseas. He wasn't in the G.
Okay. LaMelo Ball did it too.
Yeah. But he did like 1 year in Australia.
He was
right?
part. They had a certain program over there where it was like the Rising Stars program.
What's the difference?
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I don't know what Kyrie Walker was making overseas. I don't know what other 25-year-old players are making overseas. But when I was 25 years old, I was making a good amount of money. So you're telling me that if I could go overseas, make a good amount of money, and then come back home because I technically didn't go to college and go make $1.4 million, that's crazy, bro. It's crazy because what's crazy about
why is it crazy?
It's crazy because I got a son. You got a son too.
Yeah.
And he gonna have to be 37 years old to go to college. He gonna have to play JUCO for 4 years. The route is crazy now. The route is crazy. It's literally crazy. You're telling high school kids now.
And I'm a JUCO
coach. You about to go to JUCO 100%.
Yeah.
You're not gonna just have to go JUCO. You're gonna have to hold back 2 years in the 8th grade. Then you're gonna have to go play JUCO. No, sorry. Then when you get done with high school, go play 1 year of prep school and then play 2 years just to be old enough to go play college basketball.
Or do you look at it like this? Okay. So when you think about, so I'm gonna take it back, I believe it's 2011. I remember listening to Sonny Vaccaro himself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into details, but at this time, if y'all remember, like Brandon Jennings went overseas instead of going to college, right?
Yeah.
Like that was one of the first.
That was one of the first to do,
right.
yeah.
And I heard Sonny say the NBA is going to have to respond to this.
Yeah.
Because they're going to lose a lot. Like we're going to lose a lot of kids that's going to go overseas.
Yep.
Well, then what the NBA do? They created the D League.
Yeah, the D League, yep.
Right? Then it turned to the G League.
Yep.
And then you got overtime and you got all the.
Yeah.
Now they've even created some NBA programs in those other countries.
What's the difference? So I bring that up because I say, like, what's the difference?
I don't think any of those other programs were hurting the youth as much as this one is. Yeah. That's what.
Yeah, but when you say that a Mikey and all of these kids could be in high school and sign for $2 million, and the governing body okays that, I think it's now like we gotta own up to our mistake.
Yeah.
We can't shut this down and we allow that.
I get that. I think my biggest problem is this. I don't think it's about what it's turning into is I don't think it's about how good you are anymore. I think it's about how old and mature you are. That's I think my biggest problem is. Because you used to recruit somebody that, all right, maybe he won't come in and impact his for her year right away.
Right.
But you know that he gonna get there.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of people that have become professionals in this game who, I'll give you an example. Jalen Clark, right?
Yeah.
Who we worked with Jalen since he was 10th grade.
Yep.
He ain't play a lot his freshman year at UCLA.
Right.
By the time he was a senior, what was he, DT?
Yeah.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year.
So you see what I'm saying? Like, now you're taking that opportunity away from a kid like him.
Or it's a
That's-
trickle
Are
down
you?
effect. I mean,
Are
or
you taking it
No,
away?
you're not taking it away.
Or
you
do
just
parents need
you're
to
just-
adjust?
No, you're just creating a path that's going to be much longer. You're saying,
Yeah.
all right, Jalen, you're going to have to go this route now. Instead of going to UCLA your freshman year, you might have to go to UCR. And then you're going to go from UCR. It's just.
well, because again, it's I call it the Jalen Wells effect, because that's what Jalen Wells from our Sacramento kid had to do. He had to fight tooth and nail to get that small scholarship at Sonoma State, had to prove himself at Sonoma State. Then he had to go to University of Washington. Then he had to prove himself there to get to the NBA draft, and then scrape his way. You know what I mean? Now it's like you said, that path is so much longer and harder.
But it's only. I don't think it's because of somebody being better than him.
Yeah.
I think it's because somebody being better than him at the time being.
Yes.
And that's because they're older.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like.
And college coaches have, they have to win now.
Exactly.
That's the job. It's just the reality. They have to win. Of course you have your legendary coaches like, for example, like a Calipari or, a Tom Izzo or something. They're so cemented in what they do. It's very unlikely, even if they had 2 or 3 bad seasons, they're going to get fired.
See, I feel a little different.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Well, then you're saying it's taking away opportunity, right? I agree. I also think that kids that are playing at D2s and JUCOs, I think they have a major opportunity, because if you go and you produce, you could go from being a kid that nobody knew about, but because you led JUCO in scoring or you were top 10 at the Division II level, you could actually go make $3 million.
No, you can, but they were always going to get there, DT.
I don't think so.
It just took them a longer route, because that kid that's going to JUCO or D2, he
think
wouldn't
so.
have been going to.
I'ma
I
tell
look
you-
at it like this: I wouldn't have went to Boston College. I would have had to go somewhere smaller, and then I would have had to work my way to a Boston College.
So
It's just what it is.
I'll say my personal story. If this was around when I played,
Yeah.
then I would have played Division I basketball, because my journey was different.
Okay.
So because my journey's different, I actually still got a shot. So like I got kids that was like, hey, I could play Division
It
I.
still gives people a shot. I now that I look at it like that, okay, I understand that.
So I got a kid that he turned down a Division I scholarship because the money was low.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play D2.
Yeah.
And coach,
Yeah,
I'm about to tear this shit.
Yeah. I get that.
up.
Okay.
I
get
agree
it.
with that.
And then the price that they're asking
Now it's up.
is up.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna talk to them anymore.
Yeah, I guess I never looked at it like that.
So
That's a good point.
That's for me. It's like, I think it's actually providing more of an opportunity for the kids that are okay with the process and the grind.
And kids that are probably late bloomers and like, you know
100%.
what I mean? Like I get it. I get that.
I personally think it's more avenues now. I personally think that the top kids, I think they getting spoon fed, and that goes back to the kid that comes from the ghetto or the hood,
The Trent baby.
the trench babies
Yeah.
that gotta work for every fucking thing. And then there's the kid in Orange County, and I love Orange County, but that got everything, right?
Yeah.
But that trench baby gotta work extra hard.
Yeah.
Well, before the trench babies actually had the edge. The OC babies actually got the edge now. They got the
do.
resources.
Yeah, they have the resources,
You're right.
yeah.
It's
You see
flipped.
what I'm saying?
It's flipped.
But now that trench baby is good enough and they got to go D2 or JUCO. they can actually end up making the same amount of money as the kid that went Power 5.
Yeah.
Where before, man, be honest, if you went JUCO, you better be.
It was over.
Yeah.
It was over.
It's over.
I mean, not for everybody, but for a lot of people, it was over.
Yeah. For 90% of the athletes, it was over. You either weren't smart enough or you weren't good enough.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
You see what I'm saying?
But it's just a different kid that's going to JUCO now. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Yeah, but JUCOs can pay kids now.
Yeah, but it's not the kid that we watch go to JUCO. That ain't the kid no more. That's why it's changed. It's a different kid. It's a kid that might have went mid-major or low major going to JUCO.
For sure.
So we can't compare it to what the kids that we know, the ones that they just had a grade.
But Sean, let's be honest. There's also the Sean Marshalls that went to Boston College. It panned out for you. But let's talk about Sean Marshall if it didn't.
Yeah.
Like you went to the ACC.
Big East first.
It was Big East first, right? And now it's in the ACC.
Yeah.
Still two powerful conferences, right? But when you think about this and you say, well, what happens if you flopped?
Yeah, I know. But I also look at it like this in this day and age. I wouldn't even finish that BC. Because my freshman year, I averaged 11 points. As a freshman, averaging 11 points in the Big East, I would have went and made $2 million. I wouldn't even been there. That's what I'm saying. Our whole team would have been destroyed.
For sure.
Me, Jared Dudley, Craig Smith, we wouldn't have been there. We would have been gone.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is there's kids that are chasing the name or the Power 5.
Yeah.
And it doesn't pan out.
Yeah.
So when we talk about opportunity, there's a kid that's at a JC. That opportunity is going to come.
They just because flop them now. But they've always been there. That's what I'm saying. That kid who went to that Power 5 that flopped, he always been there. But what I'm trying to say is that kid hasn't changed. That JUCO kid has, though. It's a different kid waiting for him.
For sure.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
But that kid that went to a Power 5 may not get an opportunity to go Power 5 again.
No, he done. He's done. Yeah, that's the difference right there.
So how come that's not another opportunity? I think it's other opportunities because a lot of these kids are, I'm going to be honest, a lot of these kids are not represented right or they're given a false sense of hope too.
Yeah.
So when you get those kids, and I'm not going to name anybody because I think everybody's journey is their journey, but there's a lot of kids that were top 50, top 20, top 10, and you never hear about them again.
Yeah.
There's a lot of number one picks that's not in the NBA.
Yeah.
And then you get these second round picks that end up being NBA All-Stars.
Yeah.
I think it's changing. So like for people like you, I hated you. As an athlete, because I was like, man, I just needed that extra exposure. Right. But now like I'm actually winning.
Yeah.
Like
you might
people like me.
That's probably why we can't agree on this because
you
see it from a different lens and I'm seeing it from a different lens.
Yeah, I'm going to win because, like, Sean, cool, he ain't that good, though.
I was dead nice.
No, I'm saying, but I'm saying, like, now, like, he cool.
I was that nice. I'm joking.
He had a great opportunity. Yeah. But what is he going to do with that opportunity? I'm itching.
Right.
Yeah, where before, I went to a JUCO. Sean's at Boston College. That's apples and oranges. I don't have a chance. Yeah. I have a chance now.
I understand what you're
saying. That's what I'm saying. I think it's actually great because I think it's worse for the upper echelon athletes. Me personally.
Okay, that's a good point. But still, the 25-year-olds coming back to college, I don't see that one, bro.
Like after getting drafted.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see that. You already had your chance. You got drafted 31st. You lost it, bro.
There's a 17-year-old making millions of dollars.
Give it to somebody else, man. You
let that 17-year-old thrive.
Hey, when you were young, did you hear this? Trust the process. Did you hear that?
And it's like the OG who won't stop playing in the Drew League back home. And they won't let the young boys come and take it. Go sit down,
If he got MVP, why would he stop playing?
Go sit down, man. Everybody got their time.
If he got MVP, why he gonna move aside for a young buck?
Man, it's time.
Is it?
Put him out the pasture.
Man, that's what this game is. At some point, you got to give it to the next people. This dude had his shot. He had his shot in the L. Now you want to go backwards? Come on, bro.
Is he going backwards, though?
Yeah, he is. The NBA to college is backwards.
There's kids that sign NIL deals in high school.
Hold on, DT. The NBA to college is not backwards.
Huh?
The NBA going back to college is not backwards.
So is it going backwards, going from a Division
So
I to
why
a Division II?
So you could go from college back to high school?
No, that's different.
That's backwards, right?
It's not.
You going down a level.
Is it?
Yes, you're going down a level.
Come on,
The
man.
NBA is the highest level. You
Okay.
didn't make it there, so now you go backwards. Down back to college to go get
But
bread.
there's some people in college that make more than NBA players.
Take
That
away
is true.
take away the money. If you in the NBA,
We can't take away money. This is all about money. You can't say that.
I guess I just can't agree with it, bro.
All right.
I can't.
Okay,
I'm on
but
your side. It's
It's
hard.
If you
about
had a
money
chance,
now.
if you had a chance to play in the NBA, you got your shot, and you didn't make it.
Was it a shot?
He got a shot. You was drafted.
Non-guaranteed contract.
He had more of a shot than me. I just played summer league, so he got a better shot
so
than
you
me.
taking this personal. This about this
No,
is
no. What I'm saying is this: if I'll use myself as an example.
All right.
If I got drafted by the New York Knicks
Yeah,
at
31st
31,
pick.
at 31,
non-guaranteed
and
contract.
nothing happened out of that, go
Overseas.
overseas, bro.
Overseas.
That's what you
He
do.
did- I thought he did go
Then
overseas.
he did. You stay over there. That's what your punishment is. Stay over there.
But he never played in the NBA.
He
You-
played summer league.
But you- but-
yes, I agree.
But bro, you got drafted. It's just different than just like, all right, playing summer league and you got drafted.
Let me put it like this. I don't think I see both points. I don't think he should have 4 years though. Maybe
He's
2.
not gonna need it.
But
He's
getting
1 or
4
2 years. He's back.
Back to the
It's gonna
NBA.
go
Yo, this is crazy, bro.
Okay,
You get a redo.
So
That's crazy.
So
a redo's crazy.
So now that I said that, now that's bad. Like he's getting drafted twice. I get that.
Right.
He's still the same player.
Right.
He just went back older and he looks better. That's crazy.
Now,
That's crazy.
I do think they should give.
No,
him
that's
a,
insane, bro.
I
I'm
think
telling you,
there should be
that's
a
like
cap
that's
on
like
you.
me.
25?
Wait.
Wait.
No,
Let's
he's-
go back. How many years did he do at Baylor though?
No, you talking about the guy
The
that
big
just signed with
African
Baylor?
kid?
Yeah.
He's
no,
about
he's
to go to Baylor.
He's
I
about
know,
to.
but
he didn't know you. He's
He
only
didn't know.
he's
He
only
came from
21 years
Europe.
old.
He came from. I mean, he came from overseas,
Oh,
and he got drafted to the NBA.
Yeah, this doesn't count then.
Yo, bro.
He's never played in college.
No.
But that's why I said, what is the difference between him and Wembanyama? He only played 1 year in the
All
NBA.
right. Okay.
So
I
he
got a
should go
point
play
guard.
college.
I
Let's
got a-
bring Bron back. Let's bring. Everybody would love
Come
to see
on,
LeBron.
come on, man.
Can we watch LeBron at Ohio State?
But
It's crazy, dog.
That's crossing the line.
How is it crossing the line?
From age 40 to 46.
We talking about
is it-
NBA All Stars, like one of the greatest, bro. Like what we talking about?
I'm just saying, if we gonna do it, let's do it all the way and just corrupt the whole game.
Right.
No, but they start allowing kids to make money, Sean. So when you
money
start
changes.
allowing them to make money, you gotta go. So this is my opinion. I think this is the way to fix it. Just play this in like 3 years. This is the way to fix it. They
Let him in.
100% because
Okay.
you know how many careers they damaged.
Yeah.
They damaged a lot of kids. They prevented a lot of kids.
Yo, bro, this is crazy, bro. I can't
Just play this in 3 years.
All right, man. We
This is gonna be. We're gonna have this
we gotta
episode to
move
lead
on
back
from
on.
this. This is ridiculous, bro. I can't believe these.
Great
just saying
topic.
this.
Just
Great
play
topic.
this in 3. I'm telling you,
As soon
it's
as
a
he
mistake.
said that Buddy would be back in the NBA in 1 to 2 years, I was done.
Well, like
He
like
get a
I said,
redo.
We got this episode. We're gonna
Maybe
see
he
in
don't
2 or
get
3
drafted.
years. We're gonna see what happened.
They,
He's
they
not
might
gonna get
prevent.
drafted.
They may prevent him from doing
He's
like getting
not
drafted.
gonna get. How could you get drafted twice?
That would be hilarious. If you
That's
did
what
it
I'm
first.
saying. That's
That'd be hilarious.
crazy.
First ever to get drafted.
How can
twice.
you make $3 to $5 million as a 17-year-old that never played? Like it's different. Like it's so many problems with this, bro.
No, there are. There's no regulations behind
But
it.
that's the
problem.
biggest thing. There
But
is
they
no
got it.
regulation.
But
They got to rein
I
this
think
in.
this
They
is
gotta
the way
rein
to
this in.
fix it. I think this is the way to fix it. So if you think about like how many guys came from high school, played in the NBA, and they had great careers.
Yeah.
How many guys came out of high school and you didn't hear much about them? They struggled, right? So I think this is part of that. We're like,
What about Greg Oden? Can he go back to college?
no, he played in the NBA,
He barely played.
but he played. He made money. He had a guaranteed contract.
Taylor, you know who Taylor King is? I saw him post on the. You know Taylor King?
Come on.
Do you know who Taylor King is?
Yes, but like that's different.
Taylor King is in. There's a school called Modern Day High School. He's like the all-time leader
That's
school.
different.
He went to Duke out of high school.
Okay.
He still got 1 year of eligibility left. He put on his story he could go back to college for one more year, right?
But how does he have 1 year eligibility?
Because he probably didn't finish.
Finish what?
He probably didn't finish college. He probably still got one more year eligibility.
What did he do after
So he's
Duke?
41 years old. He could go back to college right now if he got in shape. Because he got 1 year left. This is what we saying. This is crazy, bro.
We talking about a 25-year-old.
He never played in the NBA, but
but
he never played in the NBA. He never played in the NBA.
But there's 27-year-olds playing in college
But
right now.
technically, Taylor King could go back to college, right?
No.
You got to look up
No.
Taylor King. Taylor King was nice.
I get it, but
He could technically
there's
go
an
back to college.
age limit in the
He
NCAA
played,
though, Sean.
I want to say maybe Taylor played overseas. He never played in the NBA. He got one more year of college eligibility left. If he got in shape right now, he would have to lose like 50. He
You're
could go back
talking
and
about
play.
somebody that played in college, though. This kid never played in college.
Yeah, but he didn't use all his years up.
It don't matter.
But JUCO, when you don't use your years up, you get them back.
That's the COVID. You got to do your research, bro. That's
No,
the COVID.
You could go play JUCO right now for 2 years, and then you don't have to. You go into college. If you play, say, if you play JUCO for 2 years, then you go play NCAA Division I for 3 years. You still got 1 year left.
I'm gonna say go read the fine print.
All right, man.
You're missing the fine print.
Well, that's a great topic.
I
So
just think this
I
whole
got
thing is ridiculous.
I got a kid that during COVID he played JUCO
Yeah.
and they gave him his year back. He's a 5th-year senior. So if you're doing
Yeah, but the COVID situation is different. I understand that.
Yeah.
That's different. This
How?
is the COVID situation. You literally they got robbed.
but
bro.
the COVID situation opened the doors for these situations.
Well, I think the transfer portal opened.
yeah,
more
the
than-
transfer portal opened, not the COVID.
COVID, transfer,
yeah,
NIL.
okay, you can line it all up, but yeah.
Now
Yeah,
you
but
now,
that was the
now you
order.
got collectives.
That was the order, but COVID didn't cause this though. Like being able to make money in college caused this.
What caused this is going out of high school to the NBA, starting a G League, then Ignite, then they started making it where players could go overseas to play 1 year. They don't have to go to college. They can just go make money overseas and then get drafted. So all of this are people, humans. Let's humanize this. They made a mistake. So you know what they got to do?
Yeah, you're right.
They
Now it's out
have
of
to
hand.
fix
Now it's out of hand.
So
Now
they
it's
got
out
to
of
go
hand.
backwards
Yeah.
to move forward.
Yeah, you're right.
Play this in 2 years, and it's gonna like they're gonna create better rules because they said yes to something too soon
Yeah,
without thinking about, well, what about these hypotheticals?
yeah.
You know what I mean? And now, how do laws become laws? People break them, and then they go, yeah, we can't let this happen again.
Yeah. No, they gotta fix. They gotta fix. This is ridiculous. I
It's
can't.
bad.
Even my wife don't know nothing about basketball. She showed me the big African kid.
She's
say,
like,
"You going to school?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, that's crazy."
He's not the only one. In like 2 weeks, y'all gonna see like
Yeah,
3
I know.
more.
I know. That's
No,
why
no.
Taylor King put
No,
on
no,
his
no.
story. I wouldn't be surprised if he get 1 year back.
He's 41 though. It's over.
He not 41. He younger than me. I'm 40, so Taylor got to be like 36.
It's over. Taylor is over. And you were a great player. It's over.
It is over. But what I'm saying is more players like Taylor that might be 29. Can they go back if they
And
got 1 year?
you know what, and you gonna be like, come on, next subject. It might be able to.
That's what's crazy. If
But-
you 29 years old and you
But
didn't
that's
finish college,
Yeah, you might
then
have a shot.
you might be able to
You
get
might
1
fall
year
under
left.
that technicality. Yeah.
So
That's crazy,
We
bro.
gotta go backwards to go
Somebody
forward.
that's been being a parent and working as a trash man, he about to go back to school.
No, like it's over.
No, it's not though. If he been hooping at 24, he's still in
He
shape.
owed the school thousands of dollars. He gotta pay the school back.
He gotta
Like,
pay
there's
the
a hold
school.
on his account, bro. He got
He's in debt. He's got
he
debt.
in debt.
Student loan.
He owed for student loans.
right.
Like, he owed money.
Fair
It's
enough.
over.
Oh, hell nah.
And he got kids. He got child support. It's different.
You gonna see
different.
you gonna see players with their kids in the stands and shit.
No,
you
you
seeing
are.
that now.
You see it now.
Yeah,
You
it's-
seeing it now?
Dudes
like,
got wives.
yeah.
yeah.
The college wasn't
And
even
then
about
get
that.
divorced and they taking all the money.
I know.
It's bad.
That's crazy.
Bad.
It's bad. I just hope by the time our sons get their son, like I either hope they making $100 million out of high school, or like it's just different.
Oh man, I love it though, fellas. Love it. Well, moving on.
We're going to agree to disagree.
I wanted to ask you guys, as coaches, right? You know, nowadays more and more it is getting, in my opinion, the younger and younger generation, Gen Z, right, and young and so on and so forth, is getting harder and harder to coach. Accountability's hard. We talked about a lot in this episode. Parents allowing their kids to go through some shit, go through adversity, deal with a tough coach, a coach that's gonna, say, get the fucking rebound, like, you know what I mean, box out, like, and say it in an aggressive way and push them to what we potentially see they can be. And unfortunately, because there's always, I don't have it, and I'm assuming you guys don't have it either, but there is always like this looming fear of like, oh, I might lose a kid, or he's going to go over here. If a kid goes, he was meant to go. That's just my outlook now. If you give me 7 guys that just want to work hard and want to be coached, ideally 10, because I like 1 sub per possession. But if a parent feels I'm too much and they want to go, I say go. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, is there a way to fix it? Is there a way to balance it? You know, what can we do? Is tough coaching gone away? Like, what do you guys think when it comes to all that?
I think it's tough right now because there's so many options.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. I feel like when I played for a coach in high school he was crazy.
Yeah.
He was legit crazy. He screamed at us, spit in our face on accident. Like, he was wild. But I never thought about leaving.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought about leaving him. You know what I mean? Like, now it's like it's such a norm that I feel like you talk to a kid the wrong way, you yell at him too much, you embarrass him in front of his friends. Like, they could go right across the street and play on another team. There's so many options.
They can put on another jersey at halftime.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I think that's created kind of like this warp in AAU. I don't even know if it's so much about tough coaches. I don't know if it's that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Obviously, we're that way, but I think it's more so about everybody is searching for the perfect situation. That's what I feel like. And that doesn't exist. No. I had this conversation with a parent probably like a month ago, and they were going down the line of all these things that they felt like were a challenge for them. And I asked them, well, I hear you. Well, why'd you leave your last program?
Right.
Oh, because he ain't play much. Well, he playing here. So at the end of the day, you might not like some of the things that's going on here, but he's playing. Yeah. So if you look at both situations, nothing's going to be perfect for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that parents are, when I said that to him, he just got kind of quiet and was like, oh, like, you're right. I think I am looking for the perfect situation. It doesn't exist in basketball.
No,
like,
it does not.
It just doesn't exist. When I look back at every year I played in my career, I can't remember one year I was like, damn, that was just great, phenomenal. Everything went smooth. No. It don't work like that.
You just learn to deal with the hard.
Exactly. And I think that a lot of parents are just going around searching for perfect situations. And then even if they find a coach that will say yes to everything, then there'll be a problem in that situation. If they find a coach that says no in every situation or that fights them on certain things, it's always going to be a problem. Right. So again, it goes back to, if you're somewhere where somebody cares for your kid, somebody's teaching them about life and basketball, holding them accountable, pushing them to get better, why would you leave? It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So
what you got, DT? I know your lens is going to be interesting.
I mean, I got a couple bars. So I got a good friend of mine, Jeff Becker, who remember this quote he said, and this is like a testament to my program. And I'm going to speak for our program now. So culture is built top to bottom, but it's lived bottom to the top.
Love that.
So I think, well, shout out to all the parents that over the last 10 years that have came in our program, because
and rock with you and stick with you.
For sure. Like I set that tone. Like I set that tone. And I always say, like, you know, leadership is a choice, but coaching is a title. It's like a dad and a father. It's two different things, right?
Yeah. Very true.
So like, for me, I think it starts with leadership. Like, and again, shout out to all my parents. Like, we did a parent night, and even when I talked to Sean's team, like our 8th grade group, like, I'm gonna be honest, parents, like, yeah, the goal is to win junior EYBL and all of these circuits, but like, the real goal, what is your real goal? I want to hear it. And I made every parent tell me, and it was like, okay, we can do that. Yeah. But if I would have heard one of y'all say something unrealistic, I would have told you this not gonna work. Right. And I'm gonna speak for Sean. You know what I mean? Like, cause we've had our conversations. Yeah. And this is what we said. This is what we're aiming for. Yeah. Right. So I think it's leadership. I think if you allow parents to run your program, they're gonna run your program. If you let them know, look, yo, this is how we run it. This is what we do. If this is not what you want to be a part of, there's the door, and it's cool. There's no love lost. That's how we, like, first day for us is how we address our parents. And I do think there's parents that stay because it's like, I don't want to prove this dude right. You know what I mean? Like, he said this, and I don't want to. Right. But I think you just got to be very transparent, and I think it starts from the top. So I think, like, when you think, Chris, why do people rock with you? You are who you are. Yeah. You're not changing. No. And they respect that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, no, like, definitely. So how is Sean go from this great trainer, help build one program, and then start his own program? Yeah. Why do they stay with him? Right. They bought in. He is who he is. Yeah. He's not changing for anybody, and it works for him. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, we lose out on a lot of kids. Yeah. Yeah. By being that way. No doubt. But do we care? No. I don't. I'm talking about the parents that. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, I firmly believe when you put a line in the sand, you're going to find those 100%. Who are. You
find your people, though.
Yeah. For sure.
Or
they find you.
Exactly. I think that's the biggest thing is what I realized is I used to get all upset when kids left.
Yeah, but me too. I was guilty of that, especially.
Now I really don't, though, because they're not the people that are supposed to be with me. You know what I mean? So, like, if you set a certain standard and you have a certain culture, you're going to attract those kids that fit into your standard and your culture. And the ones that leave, you don't really want them anyway, because as soon as something get tough, they're going to break away anyway. Yeah. So I think that was the biggest thing I had to learn, because early on I'd just be like, oh, man, like, this kid left. Why you want to leave? And now it's just like I go hear people out, let them like speak their truth. If we could fix it, then we fix it, because some of the stuff is fixable.
You always try.
And then there's certain things that you hear that you know that ain't gonna work. Right. And you could try to sweet talk it right now, but you know down the line it ain't gonna work.
Well, I got a rule now. Like, after 10 minutes, the decision, the verdict got to be in. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because, like, okay, why you want to leave? Well, my son should be on the ball. Okay, well, he's not going to be on the ball.
I never understood that part of it, though. Like,
right.
He needs to be on the ball.
Right. Where they tell us the position they're
getting. But do you think that as a coach, we don't want to win?
Right.
Because if that can help us win, we going to do what's going to take it. Like, I never understood that part. Like,
the toughest part I deal with a dad or a parent, because like when I showed you Ken or whatever, when he started with me in 5th grade, he was, the scrawny little, he's still skinny now, but he had to learn to be the big, right? Yeah. The skinny little big. Yeah. And then as you see his game evolve to a wing / guard / everything, right? But the cool part with his dad, it was never like, and you guys probably dealt with this, where a parent comes to you and says, my kid needs to play guard. Yeah. It's like, well, that's not how it works.
He's gonna be a guard, so I need him to play guard.
It's like, it's not how it works. Does he know how to dribble? Well, not really. Can he shoot? No. Is he good at going left and right and finishing both at a high rate? Can he process an offense and a defense quickly? Is he vocal? Is he a leader? Right. No. He's not a fucking guard.
Right. No.
Okay? You have to allow us to do our job and allow these things to happen if we think it's possible. Because sometimes, again, and this is maybe a controversial thing, sometimes a big is a big. and that's fucking it.
You're right.
A big is a
And
big.
then
I'm
sometimes-
sorry, he's not the shooting three big. The Porzingis is, and no. Sometimes
He
he's
just
old
big.
school,
He
back
just
to the
big.
basket, big.
And sometimes you could be 6'2",
Yes,
still be a big.
big.
Right,
Yes, that can
It's
happen.
just what it is.
Like, it's,
But that's what I don't understand is I played. So I played the big.
Yeah.
And I'm 6'5.5". I
Yeah.
played the big
Yeah.
until I was ready to not play the big. So when
Same here.
a lot of people come to me and they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna end up playing this," I understand it to a different level. You know what I mean? Like I played the 4 until I was a sophomore in high school, and then I got recruited by tons of high majors
Yeah.
as a shooting guard.
right.
And then I graduated college, top 10 3-pointers made as a shooting guard
So you had to-
of all time.
You
You see
had
what
to
I'm
learn,
saying? So
right.
like, I understand it differently. That's why like when parents come to me and be like, they're going to have to play this position in high school. I'm like, yeah, I know, but you got to go do the steps to be able to play that position. That's not, you don't get to just want to play.
Well,
it
like,
and go
let me ask
play.
you, do you feel it been, because I was in that same boat too when I was at Oakland Tech, started out as kind of a post.
Yeah, I never
forward,
dealt with
whatever.
that.
Yeah.
I was small girl.
You had one position.
Right,
my
one
dog.
position.
one position,
You
bro. My whole life.
default. Automatically, all right? Unless you can shoot that shit. Then we might put you at a shooting guard, right? But no, like, do you think it helps you overall? I feel it helped me.
No,
because,
it helped me for sure because I learned a different type of physicality. I learned how to rebound the ball. I learned how to post up smaller guards. I learned how. That's what I try to share with my parents. I'm like, there's certain things. My footwork that I learned how to use on the perimeter, it came from me playing down low.
Yeah.
So like, there's things that you can learn. I just think that we get caught up in looking at a Wembanyama, Kevin Durant, the finished product, and we think we got to be there right now. We don't. No. We just don't. It just is what it is.
Well, I just tell parents straight out, like, you're not them.
Yeah.
You're not
You're
gonna
right.
be them.
Yeah, you're right.
Like your best days are ahead.
Yeah.
Like they're closing in on you.
Right.
At the end of the day.
It's cold. You're an amazing sixth grader. This is probably it. This is
No,
Yeah, like-
but hey, we talk about it. You got to look at it like this, though.
Yeah.
No,
That's
but see again, but that's when you get he arrogant. I'm just gonna tell you the
being
truth.
honest. I'm just being
gonna
honest.
be honest with you.
I ain't mad
right?
at
Like
that.
dad, you 5'7", mom 5'5", and again, it could skip a generation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
possible, but
Right?
let's be
yeah,
realistic.
but your son's
That's-
been the same height for a year and a half now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna sit here and tell me you got to get him ready for this. You skipping that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Too many
I
skips.
remember, and I tell this story all the time. Like I had a person that was in the medical field, and he was saying, like, my kid needs this many touches. He should be on the ball.
Shit.
I was like, no, I hear you, and I understand.
Right.
But when you first attended med school, did they show you how to cut a heart day one? Yeah, you're skipping steps.
Right. Or did you have
You
to
probably
learn some things to
you
get
have
there?
to learn so much,
Yeah.
right? But then when we talk about cutting the heart, you have to learn the heart first,
Yeah, I know.
and then cut the heart.
Yep. I get
Right?
exactly
What
you
you're
mean.
doing is, if you tell me, D, I need you to cut his chest open so we can get to the heart, I'm gonna kill him with the first touch of the knife. You're doing that to your kid. Right. You're literally killing his dreams by putting him in a position that you think is gonna get him a scholarship,
And he's not ready for it.
and he's not ready, and he don't even want to do it.
Have the tools,
That's the thing.
that's
That's
courage.
I think
They
that's
don't
the
even
craziest
want
thing.
to. Yeah.
The kids don't even be wanting to do
No.
it.
No.
That's the crazy thing.
It's the
like,
parent.
I've had kids. Honestly, the kid is not the problem. The kid is great kid, coachable,
Yep.
works hard for me, gives me no bullshit, no back talk, no attitude, great body language, but his dad's nuts. Like, you know what I mean? His dad's fucking at the baseline going, and I just told him, hey man, this can't work. It can't work. And I wish your
sad,
son
though,
all the
man.
best. But that's the unfortunate side with AAU.
But that's the adversity that I think it helps build like character, right? So like, all right, there's the kid. Okay, let's say Sean just said he played the 4 until his sophomore year.
Yep.
And then he started playing the 2 guard in college.
Right.
Then he became a damn good two guard.
No, I didn't start in college.
When you start?
Sophomore year, I started to become the outside playing big,
okay.
and then I went.
Yeah, but you were a tweener then.
Yeah,
I mean you were a tweener.
But my junior year, I moved my way into being like a catch and shoot two guard, and then I started putting the ball on the floor my senior.
But I'm sure you had to put a shit ton of work to get to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but the college, that's crazy. That's a crazy transition.
Yeah. But then you go to college or you go to overseas or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Tell me that you were just a two guard the entire time.
No.
Tell me your role was the same every team you played on.
No, hell nah.
But then you got this parent that never went through that.
Yeah.
That's trying to say, no, we're preparing for that.
Yeah.
Where for me, I played, and I'm like, yo, I got a son coming up. I want him to play off the ball. I want him to have the ball in his hand. I want him to come off down screens. I want him to come off staggers. I want him setting I want him to actually go through it so that when it is presented, it's not foreign.
Exactly.
He knows it.
Yeah.
I always talk about and I always give this example to the kids, like you got a box. If your box is this big, right? And that coach comes to you and says, I want you to do this, but your box is only this big.
Yeah.
Then that means that you making yourself less.
Yes.
Like you don't want to be, oh, coach, I can't do that. Because then, all right, I'm going to go find somebody who can do this and that.
Right.
Yep.
So you want to be able to do so much. You need me to be
They
a role
have to
player.
keep
I
you
can
on the
do
floor.
it.
Sure.
Exactly.
Have to keep you on the
sure.
floor.
So you want to make your box big with everything inside of that box that you could do everything. You want me to go play the 5, coach? I'll go play the 5. Right. That's the mentality that goes far.
Yeah.
A lot of kids you'll hear today, or a lot of parents, because not the kids a lot of times, like, oh, no, I don't play. I don't do that. What do you mean you don't do that?
Exactly.
You do whatever is going to keep you on the floor. Because if you're on the floor, that means you can score.
Right.
That means you can get rebounds. That means you can get stats. That means you can get recruited. If you're not on the floor, it doesn't make any sense to me. I remember one year I led Turkey in scoring. I was 29 years old. I was the leading scorer. Jerome was on my team that year. And I signed the biggest contract the next summer that I ever signed. It was massive for me. I went and was the 6th man on that team. The 6th man.
Went from league score
After the biggest contract you ever signed.
And I was getting paid the most money I ever got paid. Right. And the coach told me, I'm going to start this Turkish guy in front of you because it's going to be better for the team. He just going to start the game, and then I'm going to bring you in.
Okay.
He used to play like 2 minutes, and then I'll come in. But for me, I'm thinking, like,
why am I
just led the league and scored. Why are you doing it? Like, you know what I mean? But you get thrown a whole bunch of curveballs at you in basketball, in life. It's all about how you react to it. I finished that season out. We had one of the best seasons that the club has ever had in the history of the club.
Yeah.
So I was on a really good team, and that's what my team needed. But if my box was this small, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Right.
I would have got cut. Then what would have happened? I'd have lost that contract.
Right.
I wouldn't have got paid.
Right.
So it's. I don't think that families understand that you ain't never gonna go to a team and be the scorer every year,
right.
the rebounder every year, the assist man, the 6th man. It's gonna change. Yeah. It's about how can you change with the situation.
Grow your game and adapt.
It's crazy. And Sean, you have complimented my son, and I haven't. But this a real situation. Yeah. Shout out to our 11U team. We had a Zoom meeting, and it was about. So my son is 10. He plays 11s. He's playing on the 5th grade team.
Good.
And he's solid. He's okay. And the comment was made, it was like, yo, like the ball don't move a lot. Like when he get it. Now they didn't say him. They said it's certain players.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, let's address the elephant in the room. If we're gonna have a conversation, let's have a real conversation.
Let's just have it, yeah.
You talking about my son.
Right.
Cool. Here's what I'm gonna tell my son. Son, this is great. This happens with all the greats. You have LeBron where they said he's scared of the moment.
Yep.
He don't take the shot.
Yeah.
You got Kobe where they say 3 people on him.
Yeah.
He's shooting the ball.
Yeah.
Well, when you really look at it, they both felt like, hey, if I pass to Deshaun and he's wide open, it's a better shot. Kobe said, well, I'm in the gym all day, every day.
I'm the
This
best
just
shot.
the better shot.
Yeah.
Right? So I told my son, I said, look, man, this is what I want you to do. I want you to play the whole weekend without shooting the ball. It doesn't matter. Dominate the game without shooting. Now, we go to the game. He do it. Parents go, hey, D, like, you didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to prove your point.
Like, I know you probably a little upset. And I was like, I'm actually not upset. Because it's a life lesson from my son.
Yeah.
My son actually thinks you got to score to be good.
Yeah.
I'm actually saying, no. You don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Use this opportunity.
Yeah.
Don't shoot the ball. Because two things are going to happen. You're now going to make these parents and your teammates a believer that you're not just a scorer.
Yeah.
You actually can make the right play.
Yeah.
Or two, hey, this is the reason why I'm taking these shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fair game. I'm not mad, son. When I did this in high school, I had my career high in assists.
Yeah.
But what we also show is like if a real basketball coach or evaluator or a fan, they're going to see you one time and you were scoring the ball, and then they see you again and you're distributing.
Yeah.
He just make the right play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, will most parents do that? No. But to Sean's point, like, shit, man, I had my son play off the ball. I had him play on the ball. I've had him play the 4.
Yeah. But you're
I want you to, because you're gonna get a coach. We all have done it where their philosophy or their way of thinking didn't make sense, and then when it was over, it made all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
So like when I hear Sean's situation, I go, oh, this was about like the fan base. This was about this is about everything outside of the basketball game.
Right.
This was political.
But they told him, like, hey, we still need you.
But yeah, like, hey, you are our best player, but we're going to bring you off the bench.
I know. But at the time being, like, you not thinking about that.
No,
You know
of
what I
course
mean?
not.
Like, you just not. But, again, because of the previous things that my previous coaches had prepared me for,
Right.
I was good with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it took me some time to get there. I ain't
sure.
gonna lie to you.
For
But
sure.
because you got ego that gets involved and you like, yo, I would just average 24 the year before. Like,
But how old were you?
I was 29.
Right, you're 29. So imagine if that was the first time you dealt with that. Would
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
Would you have
That's what
handled
I'm
it that
saying.
way?
I don't think I would have.
Yeah.
You know
Then
what
you'd
I
have
mean?
got cut. They'd have been like, yo, we don't like his attitude. Like, he got
I
to
know,
go.
but that's what I'm saying.
That's the maturity part.
That's a true
I was
professional.
8 years in,
Yeah.
and I went to practice every day, and I was just
Sure.
like, all right, I'm just gonna bust this Turkish dude ass every day. And
Right.
it is what it is.
Well,
So he gonna know I'm supposed to be the starter. He just
Sure.
getting his handed to him.
Exactly.
Well, he probably knew.
No, he knew. I mean,
Yeah.
that was my
Yeah.
dog too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he knew, but it's just
But did what was best for the team.
exactly. It's crazy that you did that with your son. Though I'll give you a story. So, my sophomore year, I played the Oakland Soldiers, and this Oakland Soldiers team was insane.
Who was on that team?
LeBron,
Oh, shit.
Brian,
that said that right there.
Kendrick Perkins,
Oh, shit.
Leon Poe.
Right.
Oh, you know that's my guy. Poe's my guy. We went to Oakland Tech.
Yeah.
Won
So,
together. Yeah,
was that you? No, it wasn't you.
I wasn't on that team.
No,
I
it
played
was
for the
somebody
Oakland
else
Rebels.
I talked to. So ask Leon about me.
Okay.
He'll remember this.
Okay,
game.
I got
It
you.
was at Cal State Dominguez Hills
Yeah.
because I know you remember because somebody that I'm cool with. That's why I asked if it was you. He was with him,
Yeah.
and they brought my name up, and he was like, "That light skinned motherfucker." Because I pushed him in the back on a fast break. He still remember it to this day. And we went to
that's
ABCD
hilarious.
camp, and we got on the elevator. It was me, Big Baby, Leon Poe,
Yeah.
and Leon was just staring at
He
me.
was
I
like,
was
"Oh,
just
you
looking
look
forward,
familiar."
like, "Oh shit, he about to sign me up."
Yeah, he remember
I got to
that.
text him after this.
No,
That's
no, he
hilarious.
remembered it. He
That's
remembered it. But
hilarious.
so Brian walked to the jump ball, right? And he like, I'm gonna work on my passing today. It's like 7, 8 D1 basketball players on the court.
I'm working.
You about to work on your passing? Yeah, I'm gonna work on my passing, bro. It's all kind of Duke, North Carolina. He didn't shoot the ball one time. He had like 20 assists, maybe 1-2 turnovers. Bro, he was literally out there in the middle of a intense, highly recruited basketball game, working on his
Working on
passing,
something
bro.
else.
Working on something else. And And we were sophomores because he's my class.
Right.
And this was like before like the Bron that we all know. This was like nappy fro, bro.
Right.
And I went home and I was like, yo, bro.
That's different.
That's different. Like he literally worked on his game in the game.
And that is
it was incredible, bro.
And that's the game within the game.
But then he told us though.
And
that's
he's playing
what he was
dogs.
even
It ain't like he's playing.
Bro, he told us.
So he like yelled this, or he like
he walked to the jump ball nice and calm and said, I'm gonna work on my passing today. Yo,
I know.
Hey,
I know y'all looking around. What
you know
the
what's
fuck did
even
he
more
just say?
crazy? We all looked around. Ain't nobody say shit.
Nobody said that. They just look like, well, I guess that's what fuck he doing today.
Bro, it was crazy though. He was getting into the paint and had layups and turning out and still making the pass.
That's fucking.
He was chewing us.
That's a hell of a story.
I mean, they had an awesome team.
Well,
he was
but
passing it to ridiculous people.
but again, he dominated in another way.
Exactly, and that's what he was doing. He was like, we was still kids playing basketball, and he was literally showing people how big his box was. You know what I mean? It was insane. I tell people that story all the time, and like, and they like, he really just did. I'm like, yo, bro, he was different. He was different.
Shit, clearly he's proven that.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about the what we talked about earlier. Just a few more topics, but the Euro style of teaching, right? That's become kind of a hot topic nowadays. Saying, you know, because looking at the reflection of the NBA and the last few MVPs have not been U.S. born guys, and you know the argument of, you know, the rest of the world's caught up. Obviously, the Olympics still prove we're still number one. You know, shout out to Curry and that team and what they did. But again, there is this looming case of is the overseas model becoming a better teacher of the game than the U.S. model? And I want to hear your guys' takes on that.
Who's the best players in the NBA?
Well, if we go by MVP, it's not.
It ain't from America.
It ain't from America by MVP.
Shea ain't from
Shea's
America.
Canadian.
Jokic ain't from America. Luka not from America.
Joel ain't from America.
Joel ain't from.
Now, yeah, I'm fucking biased. Yeah, the U.S. is still the most talented, no doubt about that.
Well, I just asked. I just put it out there.
No, I know.
They got the most talent. This is my take on it.
It's just the teaching methods, right? That's what they're.
The U.S. has the most talent. It's not even close.
Yeah.
But I think the lack of basketball IQ is dropping in the United States. That's my opinion as a whole. And I say that because it's a training generation. So we got highly skilled kids, right?
Very skilled.
We got super skilled kids, but I think that their feel for the game is not as high as it used to be. Mm-hmm. I also think that they're a little bit softer than what they once were. That's and I think that it's crazy because we used to look at overseas kids as the soft kids, but I think they starting to become tougher though.
Yeah.
Compared to what we are. And I think a lot of it has to do with the upbringing. Like I said before we started the podcast, like I gave you an example of my teammate Kostas Papanikolaou, who played with the Houston Rockets. I want to say he played with the Nuggets too. He was like a contributor in the NBA. Then he went overseas and played with Barcelona, Olympiacos, Panathinaikos. But big time player. But he was 15, 16 years old practicing with us pros every single day.
Yeah.
So was he having success? No. But what it was doing was it was preparing him to be the next one up. I think we're lacking. That's what I think we're lacking. I think we're going the opposite direction. We're in a holdback generation.
Yeah, the reclassing.
Everybody's reclassing.
Yeah.
So we're the older kids beating up on the younger kids, right? And you could say like, oh, okay, well, what about the 8th grade kids that are normal age playing against the older kids? They really not that good though. Yeah. So I'm talking about kids that are good enough to go and play at a high school level.
Yeah, because the Euro model and just so viewers or whoever's listening or seeing understands when we're talking like Euro, it's like the FIBA Cup and the Euro Cup. These are like the biggest, entities outside of the NBA, and each country has their own like high level, but they all participate in the Euro Cup or FIBA Cup, or I think it's like 16 teams or 20 teams or whatever. But what you need to understand is their clubs work differently than AAU clubs. Like most of the time, those kids stick with those clubs the entire time.
Yeah.
If they want to leave, both clubs have to agree, and the club they go to actually has to pay the fees and whatnot to get that player over to their team. So there's a whole, like, there ain't no parent mad and I'm going to the next club down the street. That shit does not exist outside.
You stay until you're a pro, and then once you reach a certain level as a pro, then now you could bounce around to different professional teams. But your upbringing from a 11-year-old kid going all the way up to you're 16, 17, 18 years old is all with the same team. It's not. So I think that, again, we got the most talent here. That's undeniable. But I think that we got to get back to some of the roots of teaching the game and holding kids accountable and making sure that we're teaching the fundamentals behind the game and not just. I think that when you go online and you see all these, and I post videos too. I play the game, man. It is what it is.
But it's part of marketing.
You show flashy situations, but if you come and watch an hour workout, a lot of this stuff is going to be basic stuff.
Yeah,
you know
basic,
what I mean?
boring, simple.
Exactly.
My boy still said boring drills, pay the bills.
Exactly. So you got to understand there's a fine line, and I think in this day and age, parents are attracted to the tween, snatch, like all that stuff. And so a lot of trainers, they do it to try to impress the parents sitting on the sidelines because they figure, like, if I could show this and have them do all this stuff.
That's the marketing, right?
Exactly. They're going to keep coming back and paying me. You know what I mean? But in reality, those fundamentals, that simple rip through one dribble pull up or that jab right, go left, that's the stuff that you do most.
That's the bread and butter.
Exactly.
That's the most of basketball.
And I know that they drill that over there. That even when you're a pro, like, you go over there and you'll be doing the same stuff that the kids will do in the beginning of practice, and it gets boring, but you get into that game and it's just like that.
Yeah. No.
But that's kind of like, I know for me, like, the last, and I'm gonna even say the decade, like, you gonna hear like 5 names where you're like, who is that?
Yeah.
Like, where do they come from?
Right.
Where in the U.S., everything, you ain't in front of a camera.
Yeah.
So you're exposed.
Yes.
I think, and again, I'm gonna say something crazy. I don't think it's a difference. I think it depends on who's your teacher.
Okay.
Because, like, I see, like, I can name 5 to 10 people where I've went to their practice and I'm like, damn, they doing some really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think generally, like, the U.S., again, there's unqualified people that are in these seats, but I think there's some really high-profile, high-quality, high-qualified individuals that actually are in these seats.
Okay.
Right? I think the real issue with the U.S. is, like, we play so many games. Like, it's a lot of games.
Geno Smith had a great segment. You know what I'm talking about? When he talked about that, he said, they will practice 1 or 2 days a week and then play 6 to, 8 games on a weekend. No.
So I think our motto, I actually like our motto. I just think it's so many unnecessary games. It's not about the amount of games. I think it's unnecessary games. Mm-hmm. So I think we working backwards again, and I think, like, a lot of people, and I'm one of the people where it's like, man, you got all of these shoe brands now have circuits. No knock to anybody, right?
No, I get it,
but
it is.
But I actually think it's gonna help, because to our point is, like, we almost don't want to play in certain tournaments locally because it's a waste of time, right? But when you look at these circuits where you could go from one circuit to another, and you could just play in those and just prepare if you're doing it right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I think we'll eventually get back to that, where now, I won't say now, but let's say after COVID, post-COVID, people felt like they lost so much.
Yeah.
Where they playing catch up.
Yeah, they were trying to get it back.
They trying to get it back.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean? But now it's like, this is unnecessary.
Right.
Like we're actually using some of the local events to prepare for the major stuff.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Where I think eventually, like that motto is going to change as well. Where I think we'll practice and hey Chris, you want to bring your team down and we could just scrimmage your group and it's more substance.
Yeah,
but I think like we've been tricked into this formula works. Play the most games. Do this. Play up.
Right.
That doesn't work for everybody.
I know.
Yeah.
The
You know what I'm saying? So I think like the cameras got us thinking that like a lot of people look at LaMelo Ball and what LeVar did and well, there's a lot of dads that tried to follow that model and they failed.
It didn't go that way.
It didn't go that way.
No.
You know what I mean? So I think like the cameras expose what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like again, I'm younger than Sean. So I'll go even when he played. How many games did you really play in a year for your travel ball club?
I don't even know. Not that many though.
What can you honestly sit here and say less than 100
in a year?
Yeah,
I don't think I played that. I don't think I played that many, bro.
for sure.
I don't think I did though.
That's my point. But what did we do?
Because I played in the spring.
Yeah.
And I played in a spring league.
All right. Well, how old? How old are you at this time?
Oh, you talking about young kid?
I'm talking young.
High school? Or
High
young?
school don't even matter because they're playing high school.
Oh, you talking about as like
I'm saying
like
6,
a 10-year-old?
7. Yeah.
I didn't play no 100 games.
Probably about 40. Would you say about 40?
Yeah, I would say 40 for sure.
Right. Same.
Yeah.
But how?
not even close
But
to
what
100.
did you do a lot?
Hoop.
I hooped.
You
a lot.
played pickup.
Yeah, I played a lot. I played every day.
Right. How often did you train?
I never trained.
Correct. You see what I'm saying? So these mottos, what influenced us to be trainers? I'll tell you what influenced me. I started watching a lot of bad basketball.
Yeah.
And I felt like I had so much knowledge that I can help this kid in a genuine way.
Yeah.
That led to me being on camera and posting them out. You know what I'm saying?
So that's the thing is I didn't really want to be a trainer. I just wanted to teach basketball and teach life.
We had this
around
conversation.
basketball.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
We had this conversation
Yeah.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Well, what made you be a trainer then, Sean?
I told you, like, for me, when I retired, I was like, how can I give back to the game and help lead kids in a better direction than I was led?
For sure.
You know what I mean? 'Cause-
Passion.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, what made you start, like, you post a lot
Every day.
every day?
Yeah.
What made you get into that? Because that's not even your personality.
Yeah. So,
That's not even who you are.
but again, I figured out that I posted one video of RJ Hampton.
Right.
And then it went viral.
Correct.
And then I'm like, all the opportunities that started coming
sure.
after that.
The
I was
business
like-
model works.
I said,
So-
oh, okay.
So that comes to my point.
Yeah.
Where, like, the cameras
yeah. I mean, yeah.
kind of forced you to be this way.
Yeah.
Your substance have never changed, though.
Yeah.
So you're going to post, hey, all right, drop, dribble, tween, whatever. I've watched you work out, bro. You literally went 25 minutes of fundamentals.
Yeah.
You didn't post that, though.
Yeah, I know.
Why didn't you post that?
Because it's not
Because
attractive.
that's not sexy.
See what I'm saying?
That's
I
not
know,
what's
I know.
Right?
We know that
So,
marketing
so I'm
works.
not saying that what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm proving that I'm right.
Yeah.
So now someone that really knows what they're doing, who's really posting, I'm giving y'all the sexy stuff, but what you really don't know is I had her doing 25 hooks before I had her doing this.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Then I had one of my guys guarding her live.
Yeah.
We didn't post that though.
Nah.
Right. So that
But also, though, there's reason behind that.
and I get it.
Because we ain't trying to give the game out to everybody.
For sure.
Right.
Everybody posting that sexy shit.
For sure.
But everybody ain't doing that other stuff that
That's
we doing.
my point.
You know what I mean?
So that goes to me, like, I'm a trainer. I'm in the gym just as much as you.
Yeah.
How often do you see me post what I do?
I never see you post. I didn't know you was a trainer until you told me.
Exactly.
I put
Right,
shit
but-
on my stories.
But I don't even do that.
See,
And again, I don't look at his theory and say it's wrong.
No,
That's
no.
just it fits me.
Yeah.
That's
everybody has different
but
ways to go up the hill.
I think that because of this motto, of someone who's not into the limelight and all of that.
Yeah.
But he posts every day.
Yeah.
Why? Because that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
So at
That's
some
the
point,
consistency.
The thing is, what I realize is another form of income. Because
for sure,
the amount of money that I get off a brand deal
Yeah.
it's too easy for,
sure.
me
Yeah.
not to do it.
Yeah.
for sure.
As you should.
I went to Spain this summer.
But
They wouldn't have taken me to Spain if I ain't have 165,000 followers. You know what I mean?
But that goes to your point. Somebody else that don't know half of you
Yeah.
could really post one video.
Yeah, I know.
With TikTok for sure. 'Cause,
Right.
That's
so
even
that
more
goes
crazier.
to my point. Like, you like, bro, I didn't even know you trained. Sean, I train.
Yeah.
Right? But when we talk about income or productivity or development, like, we can really go player for player, hour for hour. But there's a reason why I'm not doing that. It's just not. I've seen it.
But what helps
and
supplement
sometimes
you?
I hate.
But I'm saying, what helps supplement you is your brand.
It's
that
correct,
logo
correct,
has established itself.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
Whereas he started off in the training world.
Exactly.
That's
that's
why
yeah.
when we called each other and we talked, I was like, perfect.
Yeah. Because that logo is that's gonna
But
it has a
his
history.
visibility.
Yes, 100%.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that goes back to, like, we literally said we're gonna
works.
use each other
Yeah.
Exactly.
to get what we both want out of this.
Yeah.
So I personally think, to your point, like, we went on a tangent, but I think it's gonna get back to the originality part.
Right.
I think there's pros and cons to the circuits at this young age.
Yeah.
But I think when we look at the overseas model versus
The U.S. model.
the U.S. model, I think eventually we'll get back to, like, yo, let's not play in these unnecessary games. Let's get in the gym and get better, and then we'll prepare and we'll play in these games and these circuits versus 3 times a month, 2 times a month. Like, I think eventually we're gonna get away from that model. Honestly,
No,
it's already happening.
I agree.
Like, we've actually had conversations where it's like, yo, we just won't play this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's just get 2 or 3 teams
Take
to
the
come
weekend
out.
off. What I've done is I make sure every month we have at least one weekend off. We might do like one local, here at Hardwood or whatever. Like, and even that's just one day, Saturday, 2 games. That's it.
Right.
And then, the other 2 weekends we'll strategically make towards like competitive, and then say, all right, 1 weekend off. Like, go do your thing, get trained.
But I also think it's benefits in playing games also.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think the pressure of these games is too much, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think kids will ever do what we did. Like, I know in Chicago, we went from Franklin Park to Shedd Park.
Oh, well, yeah. No, hell no. They won't do nothing.
To Moore Park.
Do
And we
kids
were
go
in
to
different
parks?
hoods.
Like,
No.
that's not even a
They taking
thing
the baskets
anymore.
out the
No,
parks
that's not
now.
even a thing anymore, man.
Yeah.
Like, no.
So it's supplemented with travel ball or AAU.
Hey, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think eventually we'll get there. I think when you look at some of these guys or girls that are there, it's kind of like an artist. They come around, they make a good song, and then you hear about them for maybe a year or 2, and then you never hear about them again.
Okay.
And then there's people like me who, like, I'm chasing.
Yeah.
I've been in the game my own program 11 years, but I've been in the game 4 years before that. Right? But I'm chasing. But I think my recipe works. But I'm also not chasing Sean or Chris.
Right.
I'm chasing me. I don't even know what you really doing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I did that. I want to outdo that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm gonna do a quick video reaction with you guys, and then, one more question, and we're out. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there.
Sure.
Great
We for
conversation.
sure did like 3 hours.
No, we're on 2. We're on 2.
It sounded
We're on
crazy.
2.
When you said that, I told DT, ain't no way in hell.
But I told you once you start talking, it's like,
No,
this
I
shit
wasn't
makes sense.
talking. You bust that red.
That too. That too.
Yeah,
You brought a special
That
guest.
too.
Yeah, I
That
know. That
100%. I'm strategic. Again, strategy, man. So no, on a couple YouTube videos I was looking at and stuff, and it was really mainly just talking about AAU, and I just want you guys to kind of check it out, absorb it, and then give me your reactions to it. That's really it. Let's see. So the first one I was kind of wanting you guys to check out and tell me your thoughts on is this kid right here, Drifty J. He's from Sac. He's a Sacramento guy. And, but like these troll teams. I'm curious your guys' thoughts on it. So we'll just watch like the first few seconds. And
you see this little box right here? 85% of y'all watching my videos aren't even subbed right now, so we need to sub up. We're super close to 300K. I think I'm like 14K away. So if you're watching this and you haven't subbed up, you're weird. I want to hit it before the new year.
So it's different, man. And shout out to Drifty. He came on my show and did a good podcast, man. So I do.
Me and Buddy got into it. I just
Drifty. Yeah, you coach. You know.
Shout out to Drifty. Came to Chicago.
He did.
One of my events.
Really? Okay.
Sure, he good dude.
And then so you got this guy. I've seen him around a lot too. He's making these troll teams. I think they do way too much personally. They do this type of shit. And again, that's good players. But they kind of talk a little too much. And they just there's no real coaching going on. There's just a bunch of joking and bullshit.
Would you say that this is the modern day playing out the park pickup?
Yeah,
that's what I would say it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's what it's kind of evolved into.
But I think the only issue with that is I don't know if they know that though.
Yeah,
the kids.
Because some of the kids might believe it.
Because like when I watch them play in a real live game and not, is that Jesser?
Yeah,
my son loves Jesser. Yeah. I've always seen him at the house.
And he gave him like bunch of gear and $1,000, and that's even the flip side of it. These guys are making serious money doing this stuff. These YouTube joke stuff, all this.
You need the two best shooters in California right here. I'm number one though. He number two. I'm like if Steph Curry and Michael Jordan had a baby.
One thing I will say I love about California, man, we got plenty of kids with confidence. But it's and then this one I found pretty interesting, and they're kind of showing the shitty side of it, the kids, I ain't gonna lie, I hate that camp with the fucking colorful ass jersey. I can't stand that camp. Don't care.
And all the kids get ranked when they go.
Bruh, I can't stand that camp. I don't give a fuck. If I ever met the director, I'm like, I don't like your camp. It's no knock on you. Make your hustle. I don't like your camp.
No comment.
That's insane. And my son watches all of this.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is my son's 9 years old, right?
Yeah.
And he watches all this stuff, and he looks up to a lot of these kids, and then he watches some of the stuff that they do, and I be having to explain to him, bro, them not running back on defense, that's not basketball.
That's not basketball.
Them throwing a ball at somebody's forehead, bro,
So
I guess we had and one basketball.
And one was yes, I was 100% where I was going to allude to. And one was the.
I was actually part of that.
You did it? What? And one or the camp?
No,
you was part of the and one tour.
100%.
Really?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
that's what he gonna love this.
But we.
No, I literally had like the N1 tour bus in the hood
what was
giving
your
up.
name?
But what I'm saying is
this is insane.
But we understood N1 was.
We understood what it was, though. That's what I'm saying.
We did N1, but you telling me you did not do that shit in your real games like that.
I 100% did.
What the
in a real live high school game, you was up there skipping up the court.
You was putting the ball in your shirt.
No, I got benched for it in high school.
You had the ripped up sleeve and the.
Yeah, bro, I was part of the AI era. I had the long sleeve, braids, headband.
Yeah, ain't mad at that.
Okay, everybody had that. We talking about.
But the tall tee that was fucking 4X.
Yeah, that was me. I got pictures. Wow. So, but I'm bringing that up to y'all point, that's N1. So we knew that it wasn't real.
Yeah.
But that was actually the culture, though.
But it's actually in the setting where real basketball is.
But we understood,
that's the difference. I think it's they're pulling up to real AAU tournaments with the real teams.
Like, it wouldn't bother you if one of them teams, like, you're in a real, like, you geared your
I
team up for a real
I let
game.
them in one of my tournaments before.
No, I understand
Why'd you
that.
do that? For the same reason I post every day.
1,000%. That's what the people want to see.
See, but at least
No, that's
but-
what I'm saying. So like, I get it.
Yeah.
I love what you
No.
do. I watch the videos myself, but that's just not what.
But you ain't tell your kids, like, this is real basketball right here. You just go, look, we're going to play, we're going to focus, we're going to.
Y'all like. I don't really like how y'all making me look in this podcast because like. I feel like I'm about myself, but I know that I make sense.
Yes, I'm not saying you don't. I get it. I agree with you. That's why I
but
said
that's
that
the
drifting
part
in
of
my-
basketball.
Hold
though.
on, but hold. If you would pulled up to May Hoops and you was playing Drifty All Stars tomorrow, you know you're not playing a real basketball team. They're not actually coaching the team. They're just out there playing open gym
You saying like me, like tonight, like when we play them in the morning.
in the morning.
Like we're pressing
Yeah, I know.
55 full court.
Yeah, but I'm saying you as a coach is not like, damn, I wonder what Drifty gonna come up with tomorrow.
No,
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm actually irritated because he mic'd up.
You know what it's gonna be though. That's what I'm
And
saying.
he's
A lot of
joking
the,
on the court.
Yeah, like
you know the
you
kids
got
are going to be
kids,
joking on the
So
court.
I want to beat them.
but a lot of the
Yes,
kids,
agreed. I do wanna win.
Yeah, of course.
I'ma
But I
beat
don't
'em.
know if a lot of the little kids that are coming up in the game understand what that is.
Those little kids not my problem. My problem is the 10 kids or the 8, 9 kids that we're playing. And I'm saying, yo, we're not going to let this dude beat us
Yeah.
because that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like I'm teaching a life lesson at that point because that's N1.
Yeah, I know, and I get it. I get the hustle that the YouTubers are doing. Like I get it. I understand it. I understand what they're
And
doing.
I don't knock it because everyone's finding their lane.
They found their
which is
lane,
Great.
but that's a whole different lane. Like that's a whole different lane.
Is it?
Again, I be trying
See,
to.
I'm about to see here I go. Is it though?
But again, though, I be trying to tell my son, like, I know you love Jesser. Everybody in the world love Jesser.
Yeah.
Jesser not nice. He not nice at hoop, bro.
Yeah, but you're a, like no, but your son think he is.
My son think
So
he
you gotta
really
support
like
that.
that. No, I'm not supporting that. I think Jesser's entertaining. When I watch his YouTube video, I really shout out to Jesser. You got make good videos.
All right,
They're
so,
very entertaining.
Hey, shout out to
But
Hot
Jesser-
Sauce Professor, Ayo. Like
Hey, but
You
you heard the
compare
story about when
Jesser-
Hot
Helicopter.
Sauce
Hold on,
when
hold on.
played at a real
Hold
program.
on.
They turned him to the ketchup
compare
bottle.
Jesser to Hot Sauce. Ayo.
AO is legit.
Bro.
AO is legit. And
they
Alamo.
all could play.
Alamo could play.
Bro,
AO.
you cannot compare Jesser to Alamo.
Air up there, half man, half amazing.
Come on, dog.
Escalade,
Bro, you can't.
Flash.
You might be.
Rest in peace, Flash.
You cannot compare these dudes to Jesser though.
I'm not comparing them in division. I'm comparing the culture.
The culture, yeah, you could.
Yeah.
It's
So-
different but the same.
So, how many of your coaches told you, man, N1 is not real?
Yeah, they told me that. But
And
skip
then
to my lose. Skip to my lose. I mean, that volume.
That's my point.
made it
So
to the
what?
league, though.
Until Skip made it, then
Skip
I
was
was
nice, though,
like,
bro.
then
He's
I
not the
looked-
only one that made it.
But Skip was a
Agreed.
Division I
But I'm
basketball
saying,
player.
I looked at my coach and was like,
Most
that-
of them have potential to be that.
Okay, but that's why I'm trying to tell you. That's why I can't say that you can compare Jesser to them because Jesser was not a Division I basketball player.
What is he?
I don't know what he was, but I can look at him and tell he wasn't that. He
probably-
was not that.
He
I'm-
probably
He's a
made the
YouTuber.
wrong choices.
Jesser ain't make the wrong choice.
I don't know.
The wrong
No, so I don't know.
nah.
I don't. No disrespect. I don't know him.
I don't know him either. I'm just saying.
He
I
had the
don't
wrong
think-
AU club.
I don't think that he made the wrong choices.
But I'm saying like this is all a hamster wheel. It's a revolving like it comes in different ways,
True.
right?
It comes in different ways. You're right.
So like what we just watched is like N1, but it's great for the culture.
It's great for the culture.
Yes, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
It is.
But I
So
would,
you got to be
'Cause
able
it
to
puts more
separate
eyes
the
on
two.
it.
I would like it to stay in his own lane. That's
Why?
what not mesh in
You
with
sound old.
not mesh with it. I am old. I am. There's certain
I
things
know.
that I like, bro. There's certain
Your
things
son,
I like.
all right, if you ask your son tomorrow, you want to go watch my team or you want to go watch Drifty? What is he gonna say?
he gonna
Drifted.
go watch Drifty.
Drifted.
All right.
100%.
So that's the culture.
Yeah, I get it.
But your son also know real basketball. So it's up to us.
Sometimes I don't know if he does because he's getting confused.
He's not confused.
I think he gets
There's
confused.
entertainment And then there's the real thing.
I
That's
think he
hilarious.
thinks Jesser can outshoot me. He can't.
He don't know who you are really. He know
I don't give a
Jesser.
damn. We can look at the both of us. He can look at the both of us and tell that Jesser can't outshoot me.
But that's like when I was young,
Yeah.
I thought Hot Sauce could beat all the guards in the NBA.
Oh yeah, you wild. That's you wild.
Right?
You wild.
But I'm saying that was
But
a
that
part of me because
perception,
that's what
yeah.
I saw.
That perception.
And then when I really went and looked at it up close and personal and I really understood it, I was like, oh, that's the reason why he's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's like I said, it's an interesting outlook. I mean, yeah, that's
My brain is just different, man.
no, that's a good thing. Well, I mean, that's what I always overall wanted you guys to kind of see in process, like the that's where I'm saying where the community of basketball has grown so much that you got the one-on-one culture, right? The one-on-one YouTubers,
There's some nice
the
one-on-one
creator, and there
dudes.
are some really good one-on-one
There
guys. And then you have the troll teams, the joke team. But I'm saying it's grown to such a degree that a lot of young people can find a way to create a business, create wealth for themselves.
That I love.
Yes.
Has
Right.
it grown or are we just reliving phases?
No, I think this has grown. I mean, I think back when we were young, I just don't see the equivalence of a lot. Like you could say that was a and one equivalent, but they're not making the money and the
but
free marketing.
I'm gonna say this though, bro. If And One was around when
Oh,
social media was around,
Yeah. Oh, way different. Way different.
But
We
So-
would
so
worship that more.
but I understand what you're saying. It just,
I'm just
it is coming in phases. The social media is just glorifying everything a little
sure.
bit more. I give you that. I see
and,
what you're saying.
magnifying
for
it.
sure.
So
tenfold.
like I understand that part of it because if we would have been watching And One on Instagram or TikTok,
Yeah.
people would have been locked in. You used to have to go buy that
Yeah,
tape.
or get some And1 shoes and you got the free tape with it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, that's a whole
People would
other-
pass that tape around, but just think about if it was just access right there, boom, boom, boom. It would be going crazy.
But it's kind of like fashion.
Yeah.
Like you gotta watch yourself how you say this. But like when we grew up, so you mentioned like the 2X shirts. Like my high school
The
uniform
tall
was
tees
a
and
2XL. Like my uniform, I got my jersey. It's a
Well, you see the
2X.
kids are wearing baggy stuff again.
That's my point. So like,
that's certainly handy.
so like we used to laugh if shorts were above the knee,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
we literally wear our shorts above the knee now.
Yeah.
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 And then
It's
like
starting to change a little bit. though.
kids are now
They
like
used to
wearing
be, like,
baggy.
right
Yeah.
here.
No,
Now
our kids
they-
are wearing it like
And they're
There
like,
was a
"Dad."
time where like it was bad, bro.
I get
They
it,
would
but,
roll it
But like
up,
my
like-
son is like, Dad, like you look weird right now. And it's like,
why?
how?
I look grown.
You know what I mean? But your pants like a little too tight. But like skinny jeans were
Yes,
just in
that was-
2007,
You still
2008.
wearing- you gotta let them go if you still wearing skinny.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. But now we're back to baggy.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah. I never got into skinny.
It's just going
Shit,
through
fuck
phases.
that.
The basketball is doing the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. I give you that. I
It's
see
doing-
it,
it's the
DT. I
same
see
thing.
it. I see it. It is going in cycles.
So you got these old heads that don't adapt. Like I know a guy that's like, you can't wear black socks. You can't wear green shoes. All right, you tell the kid that like they're out.
Right.
I'm not. If my son want pink shoes and he got good grades and he work hard, I'm giving him pink shoes.
Yeah.
100%, man.
Yeah.
And that's why like a lot of these guys, they don't adapt with the time, and that's why they're not here no more.
You're right.
You right about that.
You know what I'm saying? So like well, that's why you start posting videos every day.
Yeah, I know.
That became the new norm.
You have to evolve.
You
with.
gotta evolve.
You have
Yeah,
to.
you do.
So what's his name, Jesser? Like you have to take a page
I
out
watch
of
his videos. I like Jesser.
Okay,
I actually
cool.
like Jesser.
It's,
Okay,
it's
cool.
entertaining.
Yeah, SJ do as well.
He loves Jesser.
Well, it's like, well,
He
I-
was mad at me. I ain't take him to the camp. I said, I ain't take you no camp. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not traveling to the sports camp. 3 hours away from the
Right.
crib to go to Jesser camp.
no, man.
couple
So
kids
Jesser
in my
can teach you
program, for
basketball,
sure.
bro.
Well,
Cool.
well, one of the guys that were kind of the cornerstone of all this, and I feel, a sense of pride with it, is Marcellus Howard.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? I was his coach in JUCO.
Were you?
Yeah, I was his JUCO coach at American River, and
He
I
was
would,
big for a minute.
Yeah, he's kind of one of the, I guess you would call him the soldier boy of that new era when Soulja Boy made the ringtone rap and all.
Right.
He was one of those guys.
Yeah.
He was because it was him and the what was it, A Dot. He would make the funny videos, the skit, like him and Marcel. All those guys were the cornerstones that now created the Drifty J's, the Dressers, all that stuff. But I feel, I told him I'm really proud of him because he still got his associates from AR, played great for us, and then we got him a scholarship to Holy Names, and he got his degree, got his BA, while playing ball, but still doing the YouTube stuff. Yeah. He was doing it the whole time, like the whole time. He got his first like brand deal while he was at school in Holy Names, and I'm just saying I was someone that got to witness that, to now see what it's kind of become. I'm like, wow, that's
crazy.
It is a lot. I want you guys to on a more serious note, but I want you guys to give, if someone was listening to this episode, because I have people that, like I said, never seen AAU, whatever. Give them your best advice. Well, I'll have you speak to parent, player, and coaches. Even as coaches, we're overall veteran coaches, trainers, and what we do at this point. It's like, first to the parent, what's the best advice you can give them on this path, on this journey that they're trying for their kid, and then of course after that, speak to the athlete, and then any other coaches that want to do this. So yeah, parent first.
You said be serious?
I mean, as serious as you can be. Just give them the best advice.
Shut up.
There you go. That's fine. That's perfect advice. Just give them the best advice.
That's it. Be a fan. Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
That's what you put your kid around somebody that you trust and fall back. Yeah. All the kids that have come through, that trained in our facility, that have gone on and got Division I scholarships, NBA, professional overseas, they all had parents that just fell back. I promise you. There's a kid, I'm not going to say his name. His dad used to come into the gym and play the guitar in the corner. And he practiced his guitar. He wasn't even watching his son.
Okay.
But then you got the dad whose son, this was the top 50 player in the country.
Yeah.
Then you got the dad whose son is not that, who's screaming out every single rep something to the kid. You got to just, there's a formula to this, and it ain't on him, on his neck, on her neck, every single rep, every single game, every single minute. Just be a parent and be a fan. If they need you, they come to you, try to give them advice. If you don't know the answers, go to somebody that does. Mm-hmm. Just fall back. That's.
I'll get serious.
You don't have to get all the way serious. Fuck it, but just let them know. They need to hear it They need to hear it. Shit, honestly.
I'll go with the player first. My advice to a player, this is the best advice that I've ever received, is stay true to your vision and mission. Like whatever that is. Like whatever that vision is, whatever that mission is, like you're going to face so many different situations. You're going to be on so many highs, so many lows. But you got to stay true to the vision and mission, like whatever that is.
Love that.
You know what I mean? I think for a parent, I would, on a serious note, it's like your actions, is it harmful or helpful to the athlete, right? We may think that we're helping. We may think that we have their best interest, but we can actually be hurting them.
Yeah.
So I would say connect with your son or daughter or whoever that is and, like, find out what works for them.
Okay.
Right? Because I think as an adult, like, we all can sit back and go, man, this is one of my biggest mistakes, or this is something that I lacked. This is why I didn't make it, right? And there's a reason why you didn't make it. Yeah. So you didn't make it, but now you think you have the formula to help your son or daughter make it. To Sean's point, get with somebody, give them your goals, let them know what your expectations are, what your standards are. If they align, you trust them. It's like a relationship. It's like a marriage.
Yeah.
like, my wife isn't perfect. She perfect for me, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, well, that parent, I would say, well, is your spouse perfect? Are you the perfect employee?
Yeah.
Are you the perfect dad? Your kid is not going to be perfect.
Right.
So I would say find their love language, right? Like my son wants confirmation. Like he wants to know my opinion.
Okay.
It's words of affirmation for my son. It's nothing else, right? I know that. So I give him that. You know what I'm saying? So I say, like, really find out what helps, what's helpful to your athlete, and stand on that. And it's going to be different things in different times of their lives. Don't do what you think is the best for them.
No, I agree. I mean, because, again, what I run into, especially, like, in my area, you know, just so you guys kind of get the feel of Rocklin or whatever, you know, this is the suburbs, right? You know, this is the suburbs of Sacramento and whatnot. And I tell them, you know, I'm trying to impart and teach a culture, a gritty black culture that to your 7-bedroom, you know, 5-bathroom son.
Yeah.
So you gotta let them go through some shit. You gotta let me hold them accountable. You gotta let me, you know, do my job. And I definitely say that's the hardest part of what we do is really, you know, and I try to always look at perspective. I get it. I'm going at your 12-year-old pretty intensely. Now, again, what I always make clear to parents, I don't disrespect your child,
Right.
but my expectation is high. If he didn't run back on defense, he's going to hear it from me. I'm going to say, I don't care that you missed the shot. I don't care if you made the shot. Run back on defense.
Right.
That's a non-negotiable. We don't negotiate this. That's effort, right? Again, effort, attitude, rub those two together, you get a bunch of different shit. But I said that is a non-negotiable, right? The hard part is that mom sitting on the other side watching their kid get lit up and not feeling they have to defend him. You know what I mean? And I'm attacking him. So, no, I want parents to hear it from someone other than me. Because my parents hear it enough. You know, the people in my organization hear it enough. It's good to hear from other voices. What would you guys have advice for coaches out there? Because there are going to be coaches, trainers that look at you and say, I want to be where he is. There's coaches and trainers that look at you, I want to be where he is. And some of these guys are good guys. They are good, just young men trying to figure it out themselves. You know, what's some of maybe the key points and advice you guys can give them?
I say for a trainer, I think it's a little bit different in my opinion for a coach. You got to find your niche. And once you find your niche as a trainer, you stick with it. Understand that you're in a game where you're going to get blamed for things, but not going to get a lot of credit for things. Yep. Be okay with that. You got to learn how to let the player shine in the front and you stand in the back. Mm-hmm. And be okay with that, because it's really not – none of this is about the trainer. It's not. And I think that that's my biggest problem online when I see everything looks like it's about the trainer. And I get it. It's our own individual brand. We're trying to sell something. I get it. But don't lose sight on what's important. The player. The player is always the most important thing. This has nothing to do with the trainer. We're here to serve. Keep serving, and everything else will work in your favor. For a coach, set a certain standard, have a culture, and stick with it. If people don't fit inside of that, be okay with them leaving. You'll find your people. Once you find your people, you have that team, they'll run through a brick wall for you. So,
very cool. What about you, DT?
I think Sean hit it on the head. I think as a trainer, it's like, I mean, there's so many different levels of trainers. There's so many different styles. I think you, like to Sean's point, I just think you find your niche and you stick with that, but then you adapt to what works for you. not what you saw work for somebody else. I think you have to look at that and go, but what works for me? As a coach, I just think you have to find your why. What is your why? Like, I got into coaching because, again, I felt like I owe it to the game.
Yeah.
Like, I had a lot of positive black men that poured into me, and the day that I started coaching, I felt like I owed them, and that's why I'm pouring into the youth now. It was never about me. It was about, like, the stuff that I learned. I wanted to pay it forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know for me personally, as a young black kid growing up in the ghetto or the hood, however you want to say it, my dad was supposed to love me. My dad was supposed to care, not a coach.
Right.
And to watch, like, how much they treated me like a kid, to any coach or trainer, just remember, like, that should be the base of like your foundation. Like,
Yeah.
why did you get in this space anyway?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I think if you got in it saying, I can make money, again, that's short-lived.
Right. Yeah.
I think if you got in it saying, like, I really want to help, I really want to give my knowledge. To Sean's point, like, when you look at that, it's easy for us to play behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
However, we're also pushed in the limelight, too, because people give us our flowers, or people know that we don't want to do that, so there's other people
That'll do it for you.
that'll do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it would go back to what I would say to a player and a parent. Like, stay true to your vision. Stay true to your mission. Like, you can't look at what someone else is doing and then you change your motto. You know what I mean? Stay true to who you are.
No, I love it. Like I said, really, really glad you guys spoke on that. I mean, and well, for my reflection on this, I speak on episode after episode after episode. It's just know your purpose. Same way, you're saying, you know, your why. It's the same thing we're echoing. Just know your purpose. You know, oftentimes if you're doing things that, and like, if you do something you're passionate about and love, most of the time you're going to start out doing it for damn near free.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You start out doing something you love and passionate out for free, that resonates out, then it circles back to you, then eventually get to the point where, yeah, you're going to make a living off of it. You know, and that's the biggest key part I try to tell a lot of young coaches is, like, don't go into it with this concept of money.
Right.
You know, I mean, I say, if you need money, go into reffing. Because they need fucking refs.
Right,
I was like, just go into reffing if that's your only motivation. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, training, coaching, it takes work. It's hard to get to a point where you can sustain a living off of it. And I know you know that, Sean. Like, I know you know that, DT. Like, it's hard to get to that point. You know, it's the passion for what we do that, you know, really, really helps it out. Last part of the show is, do you guys have any shout outs or anybody you guys want to shout out real quick or speak on anything real quick? This is y'all last little bit. I know we talked a lot and I appreciate it.
I mean, I would say first and foremost, and I mean this genuinely, like, shout out to everyone that poured into my cup or was part of my journey of being in this space where I'm even offered to be on a podcast or to, you know, be in this circuit or be invited to this event. Like, there's a lot of kids that have, like, paid their dues with a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and parents that
they laid the foundation.
They laid the foundation for me, for sure.
Yeah.
And I may not say that a lot, but I appreciate everyone that ever had anything to do with my journey as a player, as a kid, as an adult, as a director, as an owner, trainer. I appreciate you. And I would say shout out to the up-and-coming coaches, man. Shout out to the OGs. Shout out to anyone that's pouring back into the youth, whether it's for the right reasons, the wrong reasons. It don't matter to me. I think the last shout out for me is my wife, to be honest, who allowed me to do these type of things and travel the world to help shape inform young men and women and I mean, do it without complaining. You know what I mean? Still hold down the house. So I appreciate you for that, and I appreciate you, bro, for even, wanting me to sit in this seat. Problem. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I'm glad you guys. Time is a precious thing. I've learned to really value time.
We for sure said that we were going to be here an hour. We really been
I'm
here.
Sorry, y'all. So if y'all
like
tired tomorrow, I promise I'm going to be tired right there with y'all.
Man, we going to be right back coaching our kids, dog. Like, get to it. No, but I really appreciate any and everybody that believed in me, man, as a man, as a trainer, as a mentor. I appreciate, love everyone that has poured into my cup, and appreciate people for allowing me to pour into theirs.
What about you, sir?
Same as DT. Everybody that's helped me along my journey, but he said it. But my family, like, I know my wife texting me right now. My phone's out there in my hoodie. So she texting me right now. You've been gone for 3 hours.
Right.
But
so it's gonna be a really good show. I promise you.
But nothing that I've been able to do in my life, I would have been able to do it without her. Yep. So she changed me for the better. She allowed me to have an unconditional love for my kids, and I know every single weekend I'm gone doing this, and I know that's not easy, but I'm grateful that she allows me to continue to do what I love. And my kids allow me to continue to do what I love. So I'm thankful for that. Appreciate you.
No problem.
You've been a real one since the day I met you.
Yeah, man. Nah, man.
Once you asked, it was a no-brainer. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you.
No, thank you guys for that, man. I mean, well, with all that, I know we've been here 2 hours and 30 minutes, fellas. So almost three. But no, if you stayed to the end of the episode, or if you've listened to clips and made it to the end of the episode, you're a real one. Really appreciate you. Again, want to say, do the HBO special. Hit that like, hit that follow, hit that subscribe. But again, I can't thank you guys enough for taking the time to do this. Obviously, get after it this weekend, right? You guys go after it, get your wins. I'm hoping to do the same as well. I want to say, shout out to my parents, shout out to my 6th grade. You guys are probably gonna get your ass kicked this weekend, but you gotta go through it. You gotta learn, And then my 7th and 8th grade, man, like, we've been prepping all week. I hope you guys go out there and make a good showing. Parents, you've been bearing with it, so obviously hoping for the best there. And happy holidays to everybody, right? We got through Christmas, New Year's is coming up, so for sure I want to make sure get that out there. Again, hopefully this helps you guys. Hopefully, if you're listening, if you're watching the insight here, again, their socials, their contacts, all that will be on the links. Hit the links, follow these brothers, see their journey, reach out. I'm sure they can answer any questions you guys have. But thank you guys again. I know I keep repeating it, but again, I just value everybody's time, right? Because that's something you can't get back. For you that keep out there listening, stay ready, stay vigilant, stay safe. Make sure, again, you keep working hard, keep your head down. Good things happen in this game most of the time, if not all the time. The game will reward you for what you put in it, okay? So with that being said, be safe. We're out.